shadows, far from Big Brother's glare, lurks Bodach, the alien, his logic bold and rare. He rants in the moonlight, corruption beware, while Jasper behind the scenes ensures no glitch can snare. They brew roasts and truths, leaving no stone unturned. Viewers flood the chat till the ban can't be spurned. Bodach brims with swagger, inciting verbal wars. He fences bacon deniers behind deep state doors. He slays your claims with facts and leaves them on the floor. With base takes, a cosmic crowbar wrecks each libtard more. From his high tower of truths he hunts scandals grim. He lifts corruption's veil so darkness cannot win. The chat erupts for each base take, igniting Bodach's spark. For defiance grows brightest when it's bored in the dark. He calls out crazy liberals, charging right to the fight, tearing dogmas asunder with unapologetic might. Hornet like jabs, and sure no NPC is spared. Their illusions collapse, every falsehood laid bare. But Bodach's not alone, Jasper's always near. A multitasking servant, no meltdown to fear. He runs cameras and code, flattening trolls with aplomb. Together they skewer spin with calm savage as a bomb.
Oh, hello humans. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the stream, my podcast, my desperate need for attention. This is my show. My name is Bodach, and I was exiled here to Earth. Framed I was for crimes I didn't commit. But that's a story for another day. This is my thing. I ramble, I chit-chat, I fight technical glitches. I've probably been visited by the Men in Black multiple times, considering there's not a rabbit hole not worth my time. I wear my tinfoil hat with pride, never shy of speaking my mind. Join me, help me, enable my bad choices. Maybe then I will finally complete a glitch-free stream. I live in a castle, it's not mine. I don't know who owns it, never met them, but I've been here for years and no one checks. My man cave is here. I have my own gym. And there is this weird mirror down in the basement that shows me memes. I host my own talk show where I invite guests on for a chinwag. I also host the quiz show Silly Sausages. And sometimes I try a bit of open mic down at the local comedy club. I also have the honour of being a regular guest speaker at the Institute for Science, Memes, Entertainment and Gaming. You will find my previous Smeg Talks on all my channels. I'm not alone, my mate Jasper is behind the scenes. He hides here, but the less you know about him, the better. Jasper is my producer, my editor, my security, my driver, my cook, my secret Santa, my drug dealer. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, X, Facebook, Rumble, Trovo and DLive, and you can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, BitChute and Odyssey. Head to the Bodach Show. That's my website. Built it myself. That'll give you links to all my stuff. I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed and all the stuff you've got accounts for, even if you don't use them. Helps me grow. Feel free to jump in the chat. And also feel free to clip and share anything you see. Anyway. What have we got? Yeah, so tonight, it's this week's picks. Read Jerry G. Read JVD. No. What's up, Philippine Spatulas? How are you? What's up? How do you pronounce that? Doubles Baller 30. Hello. I'm quick. Yeah, so anyway, I got my mirror. Gonna visit the mystery meme mirror. And then I got my next picks to put in. The picks did fucking awesome last week. 10 out of 12. 10 out of 12. That was good. But I've been told that this card that's coming up is a tricky card. Like, there's a lot of people who are in the picks game, who like doing all this stuff for the picks and the rest of it. They're saying that this is a really hard one to do picks for. But my AIs, other than one close fight, has pretty much every single fight one-sided. So I think last week it was a freakish week and everybody picked loads. When you look at the Tapology group, everybody picked shitloads, every one of them. Like, if you got like 10 correct, the worst one got 6 correct. So it's hard to learn anything. So this week should be good. Should be a lot of conflict. Hello, Bo Glitch. Oh, Lane, be nice, man. Bo Glitch. How fucking dare you? They're just saying it's hard because it's mainly cans and prospects. Oh, okay. Well, my AI's got it pretty one-sided, so we'll see. Because the week where my AI did terribly, I had one dedicated to like doing the odds and averaging out what prominent pickers were doing, and I got rid of that one. I just do not pay any attention to the bookies' odds or anything anymore. It's just trying to work out momentum. But it's not just trying to work out momentum. It's judging where they've been. But yeah, pretty one fucking sided. Hello, humans. Believe it or not, that was the first glitch. Welcome to the basement. Excuse the mess. I haven't had time to clean up the place. As you know, I found this mirror next to a note carrying 2 simple instructions. The first instruction said not to get too close to the mirror. It doesn't say why. And the second instruction was a phrase. And when you say this phrase, the mirror shows you things. It goes like this. Mystery mirror on the wall. Show me some memes to corrupt my soul. There you go. I don't know what that bit of music was about. The mirror's got a mind of its own. The mirror's decided, here you go. Have a little jingle. Have a little fucking jingle with your fucking memes. I've got some new places now. I've got some new places in my little castle. And also, there's a place, my local pub. They're like, oh, we need someone to play music. But, you know, it's too expensive. So I thought, you know what, I'll do it. I'll do it for nothing. It's just part of it. So now sometimes I go to the comedy club to do a bit of open mic. And now I'm going to be going to the nightclub that's next to the comedy club to spam out some music. Which should be good. That should be funny. I mean, I really like what they've done with the place. I really like what they've done with the place. That's all I'm going to say. They just said, yeah. My papa cooked me like beef Wellington. Vinny's crispy kid. Jesus Christ. My papa cooked me like a beef Wellington. Well, I hope not. I've just realised my button's not going to work because I've been updating things. Is he still a thing anyway? Vinny's Crispy Kid. I haven't heard much from him since I made my little song. When I made my little song. Yeah, I didn't like that. I never got a response. I never got a little response. I was like, ah. Because like, one of my favourite things about him is he's one of these last word people. He wants to get the last word in. I was genuinely interested on what the last word would be on a tribute song to how fucking stupid you are. But yeah, never heard from him again. Yeah, never heard. Funny how that happens. My God, I love it. Now silence. 0.1 decibels. No. Apache helicopter noises. It's thinking. Yeah, it was funny in the old days. The computer used to make some noises. But the thing is about gaming PCs, I don't understand these people that are like mental. They're like, they want their rig to be fucking silent. It's unnecessary. You don't need it to be silent. What's up, Cheddarhead? Hello. I realised when I've got my gaming rig, right, you see all these people with their gaming rigs. And they'll have like a processor. Boomer memes. Gold digging European shushu. Now you get the get these people, you see them with their fucking gaming rigs. Right, and I've got a good gaming rig. I've got a good fucking gaming rig. And you see these people, and they've got like the water cooler. They've got the water cooler in their rig, and then they got the two fans at the top and all that fucking shit. And it's like all of this desire to be fucking silent. I'm like, what? Who gives a shit? If you're going to build a gaming rig, let me give you some advice. Sorry. It's not about... Obviously, if your fans are just fucking on 100% and making loads of noise, obviously, yeah, that's fucked. But here's a trick. Don't set fan curves. This is what I do in my gaming rig. Because I don't bother with that water cooling shit. You got a water cooler, you've got a pump, and two fans normally on your fucking on your radiator. That's 3 fucking parts. You're tripling the chance of something going wrong. And it's 2 more fans making noise. Fuck that. Just get these knocked to a massive heat sinks. You only need 1 fan, right? Anyway, don't set fan curves. Set your fans at a consistent rate that never goes up or down. Right? And the reason you do this is because the fan, the thing that draws your attention to the noise is when the noise changes. When you turn your computer on, if the fans just come on and they just stay on at the same speed the whole time, after a couple of minutes you won't even hear it. You just naturally tune it out. Right? That's what you should do. Trust me. And obviously buy quiet fans. You know what I mean? It's the changing in the noise that draws your attention to it. So yeah, if you're into gaming rigs, or you've got a gaming rig right now and you're a little bit annoyed at the noise, go in your fucking BIOS settings and shit. Know what your fan, the bare minimum you can get away with before thermal throttling kicks in. And then just keep it there. Especially if it's a gaming rig, just do it there. And you will never hear that fan. AIOs are 100% gay. Exactly, Antec. Oh, Mr. Bodach, my skin hurts bad. Oh, shit, you got cooked pretty bad, did you? Raid Arena, wow. Hello, Black Betty. Why does my dad call me KFC? Are you Southern Fried? Are you a Southern Fried Crispy Kid? The fan is actually the source of the government's spy tech. I didn't think about that, Colin. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Oi, oi, what's up, Lord Guru? Like the stream, Cants. Yes, please. I would appreciate that greatly. I think I need to do more buying guides. I do actually know my shit about PCs. Now, I know a lot of people, when it comes to like the top of the best of the best of the best, that's all good. That's all well and good. But I can build really good computers because I built a bunch of them for my mates. Built a bunch for Jasper's kids. You give me a budget and I'll tell you what to buy. And you'll get the best possible computer that money can get you. Well, I'm really good at it. And I was actually going to do that when I first started Bodach stuff. That was actually one of the segments I was going to do. I think I might do that. I don't know. Because Musical's getting his laptop, he's getting his PC. And here's the thing. Like, I have a MacBook Air. But I would have never bought that. The only reason I have a MacBook Air is mainly because I need something called Xcode. I'd much rather have the same amount of money that cost would get you a much better laptop. I don't know. I'm always keeping up to it as well. I'm always keeping up with it. Unfortunately, your mama had to give birth inside an El Paso KFC restroom, Crispy. We tried to protect you from the truth. Oh. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Crispy Kid. Musical radar, bless him. The government will always find ways to spy and cover it up. Of course they will. The thing is about government. When everything's working well, you don't need them. That's the main fucking problem with government. You need them because there's problems. When the problems are solved, you don't need them. And if you're in a certain position, you think, hang on. The more problems there are, the more power we can get. Doesn't it make sense that if you're in a position to, you would absolutely want to create problems? Like, when you are doing more game streams, Paperboy, I don't know actually. I'm not set up to do game streams anymore. The thing is about the game streams are that was just my instinct. You know what I mean? That was just my instinct when I first started. That's what I did when Musical found me all that time ago. But I would much prefer to be talking. I'd much prefer to have people in the chat and talking and replying and focusing on that. When you're doing a game, you either can't read a chat or you can't play a game. And yeah, I don't think I will. I'll be honest. If I do a game stream, now I won't be on YouTube. But the other thing is, I don't watch game streams. You know what I mean? Like I buy into the school of like Ricky Gervais, right? No, or is it Ricky Gervais? I'm not talking up my fucking ass. I can't even fucking remember. But it goes like that. Like, if you want to do something, you should consume the content you wish to make, right? Like, if you want to write books, you should read books. If you want to make movies, you should watch movies. Yeah, I don't really like or watch game streams. So I wouldn't expect someone to sit there and watch me play games, right? Because I won't get it. But I would like to think that my mates like meeting up with me down at the pub and have a little chin wag with me. So I focus on that, like, and getting involved in this community with all these different characters. How we're all jumping into each other's streams and stuff. I love all that. That's what I want to lean into. I don't want to go to game streams. I'll go on Twitch. I don't get it. Twitch. Go into every section. It's full of thousands of people streaming themselves playing games to no one. You know what I mean? I don't know. And they'll use your taxes to pay for it. Yes, they will. The government will always find ways to spy and cover it up. And they'll use your taxes to pay for it. Yes, they will, Colin. That's exactly what they'll do. Did you hear about Vinny's fish and chips son? And will you adopt him, please? No. I hope Vinny comes back because he never told me about... I want to know what he thought of my song. Because that song was so good. I'm going to play the song. I'm going to play the song again. It's a good song. He'd be more crispy than a battered sausage, but we'll love you the same. Oh, okay. Bought mine pre-built off of eBay. You bought your PC pre-built, Lord Guru. It's so easy to build a computer. It's not like you have to solder anything. Everything just sort of clicks and slots into place. The entire ecosystem around it, it's like built like Lego bricks. It's so easy. If you can get a Lego set for like a 5-year-old, and it's like a little house or car, if you can put that together, then you can build a PC. The problem is when you get a pre-built PC is you're not just paying for the components, you're paying for the time of the person who had to make it and build it. And then that company obviously has to have insurances, it's got overheads and bills, and it has to pass that all on to you. So if you go and buy a pre-built PC for like $2,000, $2,000 or pounds, you're probably only actually getting about £1,400 worth of computer. Another couple of hundred quid on the overheads and staff and all the rest of it, and then insurances, and another 100 quid for some bullshit. They probably make 100 quid profit out of it. You're paying, like, someone's got to make a living in that job building these PCs, right? So when you do it yourself, you buy a case, the case gets delivered to you. That's it. You've paid for it to be made in a factory. There's obviously a middleman in Amazon or whatever. They're selling it to you with their, 15% markup. And then it's in your hands. And that's the other thing you got to remember. These people who do the pre-built PCs, they're also adding the markups for all the products. You're paying for the time for the person to build it, and when they sell you a credit card, they're selling it to you as a shop that sells a credit card. So they're selling you that with another 10-20% added for profit. It's mad, isn't it? You've got to build it yourself. If you build it yourself, that graphics card has gone from factory to Amazon to your house. You get your sales tax and a little bit of money for the fucking delivery people. That's fucking amazing. So when you build it yourself and you spend $2,000 on a PC, instead of getting something that's worth about 1,200-1,300 quid, you ultimately get something that's worth around 1,900 quid, maybe 1,800 quid, when you just factor in the little bit of markup in the middle. And the other thing is, when you build it, these off-the-shelf things, they're just random packages. They're random packages. Because they're not actually like tailored for a specific use. So like in my office, for example, I got 2 PCs. I got my gaming rig. That's got my gaming rig's behind me. And then I got my work rig. Right? I got my gaming. No, I have a gaming rig and my work rig. Right? And my gaming rig was built to run games, so it's got different components in it. It's only got 32 gig of RAM, for example. It's only got an 8-core CPU, 16 thread. And it's got a lovely 4080 in there. And you get to my work rig, and I've got an absolute beast of a CPU, 16 core, 32 thread. But it would run games slower, but it's really good for video editing. And it's also got like 128 gigabit of RAM, gigabyte even. Because I do loads of video editing and all that kind of shit. And when you're trying to fuck around with AI models, you use up loads of RAM. So when you build your own PC, you're not just getting some one size fits all. When you buy a MacBook Pro, it's one size fits all. When you buy it off the shelf, it's one size fits all. When you build it yourself, you're going to be like, right, I'm gaming on this motherfucker. And you buy loads of low latency pieces. Or you're thinking, fuck, I'm going to be making videos on this motherfucker. So you go and build a high bandwidth motherfucker. And you throw in loads of RAM and loads of CPU cores. And it is the better way to do it. Is it quiz day? No, it's not, Lane. About to make a Thai spicy peanut cucumber salad with some orange chicken and rice. It's bulk season. Wise words. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I missed the casual game streams too. You missed the casual game. I don't. It's a lot easier to do my stream sat on my work computer with everything in front of me. I can't actually. I haven't got enough screens to then do the gaming computer over there as well. I'm gonna have wires around my fucking arm. I pulled all the wires out. I'm literally not wired in anymore. Can't. The only way I would get back into the gaming streams is if I got hold of a PlayStation 5 or something. The other thing is the games that I was playing, they're not good. They're not good for live streams. What it needs to be, I need to like, if I did gaming, I think it'd be better if I got a PS5 and played on a PS5 instead. And it was games like FIFA. I think games like FIFA and stuff like that. And I used to play, I was about to say I used to be good then, and I have no idea. I used to play FIFA a lot. I'd play FIFA again. Out of 1 to 10, what you reckon the chances Musical even gets a laptop? From Richard Ramirez. Sounds like the laptop's coming. I know that with Musical's laptop though, the other thing is, he wants to be mobile, right? But is that as important? Because at the end of the day, when you go out and stuff and you're doing your gigs and stuff, you're perfectly fine. And you can get stuff for your phone. You can get stuff for your phone. People don't actually know that. Believe it or not, you can buy a gizmo. I got one from a Mac. It works on your phone. You plug it in, and it gives you loads of USB ports, and you can run a power adapter through it. So it's all powered, and you can actually plug in USB mics and webcams to your phone. So the stuff he would need for his laptop, it can just run on his phone anyway. But if he spent the money on a desktop PC, Musical's going to get so much more juice. He's going to get so much more juice. More CPU cores. More fucking RAM. Faster fucking memory. A juicier GPU. It's up to him. But if I get the budget, I will pull up a website right now, like PC Part Pickers or something, and I will go through what I would spend that money on. I'll do it right now, by the way. I'll do it right now. I'll go through exactly what I'll spend that money on, and then we'll go and look at Macs of the same price and see how those specs stack up. How does that sound? Just give me the budget and we'll do it right now. Thoughts on the USS Liberty? I don't know. It's an old one, isn't it? The USS Liberty incident was an attack on the United States Navy technical research ship. That seems like a sad one. Peace Corps. Yeah, I'll definitely build my own next time. Yes, Lord Guru, exactly. It's so easy. One size fits all. Oi, what's up, JPL? Now, I wanted to do that shit, man. That's what I wanted to get into when I did Bodach. And somehow got lost. I somehow got lost in my original plan. I wanted to talk about PC parts and what, you know, do example builds and stuff. No, it's not just that, like with PCs and building them. With a PC, you can tune it. So obviously, like, I tune loads of people. Like I got my mate. He goes online by the Chief Noob Slayer. He bought his graphics card. He spent a lot of money on it. He got the what was it? The 7900 XTX. And he got it. It's a good graphics card. But I showed it. I went through it with him. I sent him loads of stuff. I said, look, you got to undervolt that thing. You got to undervolt it. Showed him how to undervolt it. So that meant the graphics card carried on at its peak potential. Because the thing is about going AMD is they get hot, but then they thermal throttle. So you undervolt them. So I don't know. I'm not only good at helping people build budget PCs. I'm good at helping you optimize them. So not just getting your parts, but squeezing that extra 10% out without creating a fucking heater. You know what I mean? 2,300. Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. I'm going to do it tonight. It's a quiz that no. We'll take some pics for the food channel on my new laptop, my new phone. Is it quiz day? What? Why are you asking if it's quiz day? Has it done it again? No, it all worked this time. I went live and it actually used my scheduled one. Real Madrid about to give me a heart attack. Why? What they're doing? Oh, my pics are in as well. Someone has gifted me a decent laptop, so I'll get a PC from home. Like hardcore solid PC. Nice. No, I'm getting a PC. We have a mobility solution for now. Oh, wicked. There was me rambling away. I've already answered. 15th leg. Or a 15th leg parlay. And I've hit 14. Jeez. Fucking hell. Madrid about to lose this. Madison showed me how Musical could have gotten a desktop or a way better laptop for half the money I already sent. Exactly. Late, nah. Tied on aggregate, going to 120 minutes. Fair enough. Mbappe, Junior and Bellingham on the field. Gilly, Steve Spiros said he'll help transfer last bit. Yeah, get it transferred over, man. Not one of them has a goal yet. Fair enough. Is water cooling viable? It's unnecessary. Like, obviously when you go and watch people like... I used to watch Linus Tech Tips, but it turned out he was a fucking prick to work with. But when you like look at Gamers Nexus and Jay's 2 Cents and all that stuff, they've done all these tests. And yeah, when you do water cooling, it keeps it a little bit cooler. But the thing is, it's completely unnecessary. You're talking about getting an extra 2 degrees cooling in your processor when you're well over 20, even maybe 30 degrees away from thermal limits. That's like, they're pointless. Because back in the day, people used to get a processor, and it's an outdated thing as well. Like, obviously, it looks cool, but back in the day when you only had 1 or 2 cores, you used to overclock the fucking shit out of processors, which made them really hot. So if you put water cooling on it, you could overclock it that little bit more. We don't need that shit now. If you're going to build a PC, you're going to go AMD, and all you want to do is be able to sustain your boost clock. That's it. You don't want your processor getting hot and then having to slow down. That's all you need to do. So you get these massive heat sinks from Noctua. They're huge. I think it looks fucking awesome. It's like opening up the engine. It's like opening up the fucking engine of a powerful sports car. Looks like a massive grill. And it's one fan. So think about that. One fan, and it keeps your processor well. You're talking 20 degrees plus. Well under thermal limits. Purring like a pussycat. Nowhere near overheating. And you got one fan. As opposed to water cooling, where you've got your water pump and 2 fans. There's no need for it. And as long as you don't buy reference cards on your graphics cards, you buy a decent one, like a Sapphire or something like that. Your graphics card barely needs your fan. Like I got a 4080. My fan never needs to go above like 20%. It just stays 20 fucking percent. I swear to God, 20% on the fans, and the GPU just fucking never overheats or anything. All right, water cooling, man. It's a waste of fucking time and money. There's only one reason to get water cooling. Well, 2, but there's one major reason. It just looks cool. It just looks a bit cooler when you look into your rig and you see some of them got like holographic effects. That's it. And if you really, really do just want to overclock your fucking CPUs like a motherfucker, but there's no reason for that anymore. You're going to do one of 2 things if you build a gaming rig especially. You're either going to buy a CPU with shitload of cores. The clock speed's irrelevant. You're multitasking across so many fucking cores. You don't need to overclock your CPU. Or you're going to buy an X3D model AMD. Again, you don't need to overclock it. Fucking. And when you get these graphics cards as well, they work differently to how they use. In the old days, it was like this set thing. Where like now, they actually, the technology rolls off the factory floor trying to overheat. Your graphics cards will max themselves out. They're like fucking full revs, fucking mental. And then when they get too hot, they'll slow themselves down. And then and that's the balance you're striking. Trying to keep, but you know what I mean? You'll overclock as much as you're willing to listen to the fans. It depends on your CPU. Invest in a non-portable water and do saliva. What do you mean? Undervolt or overclock? Both. If you've got an AMD graphics card, you undervolt and overclock. And with your AMD CPUs, you just have to underclock them. Not underclock, sorry. Undervolt them. So the GPUs, you undervolt and overclock. On the CPUs, all you got to do is undervolt them a little bit so they create less heat. It lets you sustain your boost clock without your fans having to go 100% and sound like an airdryer. Oh, when I'm rendering a video on my piece on this fucking rig, I see all fucking 32 of them going fucking 100%. And I can hear it humming a little bit louder. That's on my work rig. It's so easy to keep CPUs cool. On a gaming rig, I do that. I do the fans at a consistent curve. I noticed that when my gaming was really up on it, my fan went up to about 20%. So I just put it at 20%. So as soon as you turn the computer on, it stays at 20%. So instead of me listening to my PC revving up and slowing down as it warms up and cools down, it just stays. I forget all about the fan noise. We'll sort you out, musical. 2,000, how much you say? 2,300. We'll do it. We'll do it. Imagine being on YouTube and you only have one fan. Get it? Yeah, Skilly. I do. And the other thing is, in my gaming rig, it's actually due an upgrade now you think about it. It's got a 5800X3D. And those CPUs, although they're fucking fantastic when paired with a 4080, and I can literally run any game. I look at the 5080 and 5090. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm gonna skip a generation. My 4080 with a 5800X3D, perfect. I can throw any game I want at it. But that CPU is really hot. It gets really hot. It's famous for its heat. And all it's got is one Noctua fan on it, with one massive heat sink or one fan. Perfect. Half the price of an AIO. One moving part instead of 3. One of the hottest CPUs of its generation, and its counterpart in the new generation is equally as heat producing, and it never thermal throttles. It gets to its boost. It does its boost clock. It stays in boost. Gives me silky performance in gaming. I'm playing Cyberpunk with the ray tracing on maximum, and I'm pumping out 100 odd frames a second. It hovers between around 90 at the lows, and it goes all the way and maxes out my 144 hertz monitor in certain situations. It's beautiful. And it's one fan. Noctua Chrome Max is what I've got. Nice. It is. They're good. Let me have a look at that. Is this a double fan one? Yeah, you got a double fan one. I've got something very similar. I got something very similar to this Antec. Mine is my heat sinks are split in half, and the fan goes down the middle. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. It's the dual tower. Oh, no way, dude. That's wicked. So which one did you link? The NHU1L. Yeah, I've got the NHD12L. No, it's not, because that's the low height one. Fucking hell. I'm just going to look on my Amazon. At your orders. I keep forgetting you can just search your orders. There we go. I got the Noctua. 2 of these. I got the Noctua NHD15S Chrome Black Premium Dual Tower. They're only £100 now as well. They're dual tower, 1 fan in the middle. Keeps your fucking CPU perfectly fucking fine. You don't need to go and spend £250 on water cooling. Do you use your computer to mine Bitcoin? No, I do not. The problem with mining Bitcoin in the UK is that the electricity costs more than the returns. We were one of the first countries, actually. We were one of the first countries to reach that milestone with Bitcoin. We were one of the first countries in the world. Imagine that. It costs more money in electric bills than it costs to harvest Bitcoin. It's cheaper to just buy it. It's cheaper to just buy the Bitcoin instead of trying to harvest it. Mad. But imagine that though. Like, you can't mine it. I mean, there is some coins you can mine and stuff, but I never bother. Plus, like, when you're mining as well, it is, I mean, maybe if you start mining some altcoin, but I gotta remember, when you got like if you've got a decent enough graphics card and you're gonna mine, you're now gonna have like what, 3, 4, maybe even 500 watts 24/7. That's fucking mad, man. That's yeah, your electricity bills are gonna be mad. Your electricity bills will double at least. And you got to make sure that you're making at least a couple of £100 worth of crypto every month. Keeping a miner like that going in the United Kingdom, it's not even more. It's even more. So bear in mind, I got everything. Fucking hell. You're literally talking about £300 to £400 a month in the United Kingdom. So whatever it is you're mining, it needs to be worth more than £400 just to break even. You know what I mean? You gotta remember, when you're running these graphics cards at 400-500 watts, you can get little storage heaters. Everyone knows, oh, you don't want to leave one of them running. Everyone knows a storage heater is a last resort, and they're expensive as fuck. They're only like 300 watts, like gaming, like mining rigs, man. Mature fan, what do you mean? Noctua, Hoctua edition when? Here's an unfortunate name after that. Nah, honestly, let's harvest gold for Real Madrid. Everybody pray. Do you mean let's manifest the goal for Real Madrid? I heat my bedroom in the winter by mining XMR. Fair enough, Chris. What's up, Western? No, I used to play around with crypto miners. I never left anything running long enough. Really, really long time ago, man. Just messing around. I kept like a The thing is about Bitcoin though, is it's got the perfect system built in. Because what happens with Bitcoin, right, is, it happens with most currencies, is that when you use it, there's a transaction fee. Because it's a blockchain, it's peer-to-peer. And it needs as many different computers as possible to verify the transaction. And when you use Bitcoin, there's a transaction fee, and all of the people that have held a node open, and anyone can do this, by the way, you can go to Bitcoin, install Bitcoin, and you will quite literally have an entire copy of the blockchain. You'll have a copy of it on your fucking computer, somewhere in that encrypted boggle of fucking characters and nonsense is every single person's Bitcoin on planet Earth. And that's how it works, right? And obviously at the minute, there's still people mining it, and there's still loads of people holding a node open, so it's not worth it. But at some point, Bitcoin is going to become almost impossible to mine. It's going to finish. It's going to be gone. You know, you can get up to 25 million Bitcoin or something, or 24 million. They'll never actually reach that last Bitcoin. It'll just get to a point where there's no one mining Bitcoin. And the best thing about it, the best fact about Bitcoin is it can't die. Because if loads of people start shutting their nodes down and stuff, then the share of Bitcoin that you remember when you have to pay the transaction fee, the share of Bitcoin goes up. With fewer people holding a node open, there'll be more transaction fees going around for those who do. So if it ever goes down and starts becoming profitable, people are like, oh look, they're making money holding a node open. And people just hold nodes open. It's like perfectly self-sustaining. Bitcoin won't die until the very last person turns off a machine running Bitcoin. It's peer-to-peer. And if there's not enough nodes being held open, the transaction fees become really profitable. So more people are like, shit, I'm going to get in on this. It'll never die. It'll become too profitable to keep a node open. That will cause millions of people to hold a node open long before it ever reaches a point of dying. It's a really, really ingenious system, Bitcoin. But yeah, once the mining's done, you might be able to like make a little passive income, like a little part-time income, like a few £100 a month or something by holding a node open. So transactions can be made and verified. But yeah, we're not there yet. Bitcoin needs to get to a point where it's worth like $1 million a coin. And the miners have to shut down. That's when it becomes power to the people. I think obviously they'll probably have data centers that stay open for transaction fees. But yeah, anyway. Spirit Bum, give me your energy. Yes, manifest would be correct, but yeah, you said harvest. And I felt the need. I felt I needed a segue. Fair enough. Let's go Real Madrid. I don't like Real Madrid. What's up, Bodach? Oh, it's like far. When it comes to Spain, I kind of like Barcelona. Real Madrid. It's like, I mean, they're the best. When it comes to their history, they're the best. They've won the most Champions Leagues. The Champions League is Real Madrid's bitch. So, anti-miners aren't worth it in the UK. Ant-miners. I don't know what you mean, Tom. I just know when it comes to Bitcoin and anything that might be worth anything, the only way you're going to make mining profitable in the UK is if you miraculously pick the right coin. You get in at the beginning of a pump and dump or something, but the thing is about crypto, hang on, I'm just going to go somewhere else. Whew. Wow. What was I going to say? Yeah, with the crypto stuff. The crypto stuff is like, it's still quite early. I mean, people are just silly because people are going to look at it and think, oh, it used to be a quid. I mean, yeah. And if you didn't buy it back then, oh, well, some people did. Now they're rich. But that's still the point. Even if it crashes now, it's going to hit 1 million. But the thing is about the crypto, in doing the mining, you have to mine the right coin at the right time to make any serious gains now. And altcoins is like an early market. But now that we got countries actually looking at crypto. Bitcoin has been accepted. America's going to start buying Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Other countries are using it as legal tender, and it's going to become a digital reserve. Right? And that is something that's going to happen in the next 10 years. The BRICS nations are going to join up. The UN nations are going to join up. And there's going to be a crypto race to buy up crypto, right? You know. But the point I'm trying to make is, once those things are set, I don't know what future there is in the alt market. Like the altcoin market. I don't know. Because like the coins that have got actual utility. If you've got countries investing in Bitcoin, you've now got this globally available asset of Bitcoin, which is digital gold. So it will be literally the same as buying gold bars, but in a digital sense. But they're not. They can't run the financial system around it. It's too slow. So they need to use a utility coin. If the utility coin doesn't have a finite supply, if it's one of these coins that can print forever, if the governments go that way, that's just another fiat currency. Fuck that. Or if they do pick a finite coin, that's also going to go up in value. Maybe they call it digital silver. I don't know. Like they can't use these fucking coins that they're talking about. People invest where they've got too much money supply. It's too much supply. Anyway. Charles, what did you buy off Silk Road? Yeah, what did you buy off Silk Road? Send nodes. Yes, send nodes. I started with Bitcoin. I started with Bitcoin on the Silk Road. Still got a few coin. You gotta be careful buying stuff on the dark web with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's not private. They've had deep learning all over it, mate. Deep learning has scoured back and fucking recorded every transaction on the Bitcoin network. All the police have to do is connect you to a wallet, and they'll know everything you've bought with Bitcoin. It's all public. They know exactly where you're spending it. You need stuff like Monero, privacy coins. Ethereum and Cardano staking got all my coin tied up. Yeah, see, Ethereum's got utility. The governments are going to go into crypto. These central bank digital currencies, it's bullshit. It's fiat. They know. There's too many people. Like, there's not that many people who are into crypto who don't also understand the fractional reserve banking system, right? I think we can all agree. At least 9 out of 10 people into crypto know all about currency, fiat currency, how it loses its spending power by 2% a year normally, sometimes worse. It never gains value. It's constantly losing it. We all know. And I think most people who get into crypto, they also know that the stock market is a speculator's speculator's market. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Just go on one of those apps and copy the trades of a politician. I bet you make loads of fucking money. Well, that's why people get into crypto, right? But yeah, the thing is, like, I'm not a financial advisor, but crypto, man, but Bitcoin is going to hit 1 million. The world's one and only superpower has a president who's now going to be buying strategic reserves. But the problem is they can't do it loudly. Because if it catches on, it pushes the price up too much and makes it too expensive, right? They're doing it now. America are buying up Bitcoin on the quiet, trying not to let it push the price too high. They're doing it the same with oil. Joe Biden sold all of the fucking strategic reserve oil. Trump's quietly buying it back, but on the quiet. Because if anyone catches on that America are restockpiling, pushes the prices up. But the point is, people will catch on. People will be like, holy shit. America's bought up fucking $1 trillion worth of this. And it will just fucking go. It will just fucking go to the moon. BlackRock mentioned Bitcoin in their latest investor meeting, and BRICS are buying gold and will get dumped on when Bitcoin is adopted. Exactly. BlackRock as well. What's the guy name? I can't remember, but he swore off. He swore off fucking Bitcoin. The thing is, I think that about Bitcoin is, and I believe this. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe this. The way you look at Bitcoin 7-8 years ago when it was like 10 quid, and you look at it now at what? Bitcoin price. So it's at £65,000. So it's at $85,000, right? And people look at that now and go, there, it's $85,000. 5 years ago, it was only $6,000. If you go back 10 years, it was like $400. Think about that. It was $400 10 years ago. Think about that. This is what I'm saying. Back in 2016, in June 2016, Bitcoin was £580. Back then, people were thinking, oh my God, I remember when it was a quid. How stupid I was. And I should have bought it. And then they thought, oh, it's 500 quid now. I'm never going to buy it. Now that same person, fast forward 10 years, it peaked at 100,000. That person's looking back to 10 years going, oh my God, it used to be 500 quid. Oh, but it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's the same shit. The person in 2016 at 500 quid thought it was too late because it used to be a quid. So yeah, Bitcoin has crashed a bit. It's gone down to 85,000. Even if it crashes down to 10,000, it never will. I reckon the lowest it'll go back down to at this point is about 50,000. It might go up, it might go down. Even if it shoots back up to 100,000. Even if you buy it at 100,000 and it goes down to 60, don't matter. Hold it. Because at some point it's going to be worth $1 million. It's going to be worth $1 million, doesn't matter. You're going to get 10 times your money back, if not more. Right, I got some AI picks to make. I made the mistake of staking my Ethereum and Cardano coin. Don't have a clue when it'll be available. I never got into the staking stuff. I just picked it up. The one thing I will suggest about when you get Bitcoin is do not leave your fucking stuff for the exchanges. All right, it's the best thing about crypto. You can get something called a ledger. It's a hardware wallet. You install something, it's on your key. You got to remember, all of it's on the blockchain. It's all on the blockchain. You don't actually store anything. The problem is, when you buy stuff on like Binance or anything like that, or Coinbase, or any of these things, the wallet is theirs. You're just using the wallet. And of course, while the business is perfectly fine and functioning and all the rest of it, yeah, buy the coin, it's fine. But these fucking exchanges, man, they're dodgy as fuck. So when you do get in crypto, get off the fucking exchanges. So get something like a ledger. You set up something called a wallet. You buy your Bitcoin and you send it to that wallet. Now you've got your own little bit of the blockchain. And you're the only one with a passphrase that can activate and use this shit. All of you all your friends and your family, anyone who else uses crypto, they can still pay you to this wallet, not your personal one. You can still receive everything that's normal on it. The problem with Bitcoin, though, if you want to convert it into currency, you do have to use an exchange. But you only want to be fucking dealing with an exchange in between those bits, yeah? So that's my advice. Keep your fucking coins off the exchanges. And don't buy it with a view of looking at it every day. Don't buy Bitcoin and crypto and be looking at it every day. Oh my God, it went down 10%. Oh my God, it went up 15. Now it's down 20. Now it's up 50. It's too volatile. My advice to you is check it on a yearly basis. Okay. I'm up 10k in my ETH trade. Should I cash out? I don't know. It's up to you. Not a financial advisor. Real Madrid scored. Good. Keep it rolling. Okay. Nah, not my alt. No, not your alt. What do you mean? In 2010, a programmer called Lazio Henez, how do you pronounce that, spent 10,000 Bitcoin on two pizzas. Fucking hell, I can't read. Lazio spent 10,000 Bitcoin on two pizzas. Wow. When one Bitcoin was a few pennies. Coinbase wallet is easy to navigate. Trust me. Yeah, Coinbase. I've used Coinbase to buy stuff. It's good to navigate, but don't actually keep your stuff with Coinbase. The other thing about these things is the regulations. They're not regulated as much as banks. They're not insured like banks. Like with a bank, as long as you're not ultra wealthy, you're fine. I mean, you might be fucked short term, but when like that, if the banks crash again, people do get their money back, but they don't get all their money back. The problem is you get these... But there's some protection, so rich people divest, right? But if you're not a person of means, but you've got like 30, 40 grand saved, and your bank goes down, there will be insurance at some point to get that kind of money back. Right, but with Coinbase, when you hear about these crypto exchanges that just go down, they just go down. Like it happened here. So Binance was a good example. Binance had to withdraw from the UK. So I was with Binance, by the way. You go with Binance. If you had any crypto there, you're now stuck with Binance, and you've got no way to cash out in the United Kingdom. So you have to send it all, you have to send it all to Coinbase, who do follow the rules. But lo and behold, they don't do things like Monero, which is a motherfucker. Which is an absolute fucking motherfucker. So you want to buy Monero, you have to buy Bitcoin. In the UK, you'd have to buy Bitcoin or something like that on a website like Coinbase. Send that Bitcoin to Binance, then convert it to Monero, and then send it to your wallet. And that's what I'm saying. Get it all out. Like, as soon as you buy anything, get it off that exchange. Because at least you know you've still got control of it if you're fucking regulators. And it's going to start getting regulated more and more. You know, they've got that Sam Bankman-Fried guy. He was just taking the money and enjoying a fucking lavish lifestyle. The Binance guy was caught doing some dodgy shit. That's why I had to pull out the UK. The amount of fucking coins that are pumped and dumped. I'm sorry, they're definitely going to step in, the regulators. It's too easy. It's just too easy. If Mr. Beast comes out, goes tomorrow, and just identifies some little coin, meaningless coin, no one gives a shit about it, goes on there and buys millions of them for pennies, and then goes live tomorrow and goes, fucking hell, this coin, I reckon it's going to go mad. He'll get his entire audience will start buying it up, and he'll just sell. He'll sell it for like 100% gains. It's like, well, 1,000% gains even. They're going to regulate the shit out of it. And I'm guarantee it's going to take exchanges down with it. These exchanges make profit by being shady as fuck. The regulators will take the profit away. I was with Binance too. Shit, little guru. I only leverage trade crypto like a degen. A degen. Don't hold any. Thoughts on Gary's Economics? I don't know who Gary's Economics is. No, I'm just chatting some shit. Anyway, let's get these AI picks. Let's get these AI picks out the way. I need to get my silk pajamas up. Let's get logged in. My picks are on Tapology. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Oh, shit. It's a new season on silk pajamas. Oh, shit. Whatever. We'll have to do something like this. You'll know him if you look at him up. He's an economics nonce. Is he that guy who was on Piers Morgan? Oh, follow this guy. I think he's fascinating. He's a successful trader. He's done it. He knows how it works. And he tells everyone. He tells everyone, doesn't he? He's the guy that says, I know the economy's going to shit because it was my job to make profit off of it. He basically said his job as a trader, that in most of their job is betting against the middle class. He said that's the secret, right? Obviously, I'm not going to get into trading. I'm sure it's an incredibly complex fucking thing, and a level of expertise and talent that's required to do that job is probably high. But he does seem to make it seem that in a very simplified sense, to be a successful trader, all you have to do is bet against the middle class. Whatever it is, whatever decision that comes up in front of you, whichever one hurts the middle class the most, side with that. And you'll make your gains. And he keeps telling everyone, this is what they're doing. These rich and powerful people bet against the middle class, and then they lobby the governments to encourage policy that shits on them. And it's just a relentless cycle of just gutting the wealth for the middle class until there's only one. You're either part of the elite or you're poor. And he's telling you that. I think he's good. He's an economics nonce, exactly. But yeah, I think he's good. How's the AI picks been doing? Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Yes. Jesus Madrid won with a 115th minute goal by Rudiger. Whoever the fuck that is. Rudiger. Rudiger's a great player. Vini Jr. and Mbappe sat this one out for some reason. The thing is about Mbappe and Vini Jr. is they don't ever come up against a team that don't have a plan for them specifically. Right? And that's like, I'm not being funny, but every star player goes quiet. Every star player goes quiet. I remember Messi in his prime. They were 3-0 up in the first leg against Liverpool. Maybe not in his prime. He's in his early 30s. And then in the second leg, Liverpool came back and won 4-0. He was a ghost in that game. You know what I mean? Like, Mbappe is obviously going to be tearing apart lesser opposition. Of course he is, because it's just a sheer quality, right? But every now and again, man, he's going to be kept quiet. And it's all, the bigger the game, the more quiet your star players. Like, you don't really get that anymore. And when you look at when Liverpool did make that 4-0 comeback against Barcelona, when you actually look at the scorers, it was like Wijnaldum off the bench, Origi off the bench. 3 of the goals came from scorers off the bench because Barcelona had a plan. They knew exactly how they were going to keep Salah and Mane and all that quiet. They knew, and they were. They didn't have a plan for Origi of all people. And that's what upset me about the Liverpool result with Real Madrid. Because in the first leg, yeah, Núñez came on. He was a nightmare. Because there was no plan for Núñez. They must have gone back to the Real Madrid dressing room and said, well, they haven't actually got that deep a bench, you know, when you look at Liverpool. They don't have that many options. We've got a lot of like-for-like options, but we don't... Liverpool don't actually have many options to mix things up. Where they do have cover in a position, that player has somehow adopted the leading player's characteristics. But we've got Núñez, who's just a wild card fucking shitty footballer. They must have been laughing when they saw him come on. The Real Madrid guys were like, they're just going to bring Núñez on and hope he's annoying again and puts us off. But yeah, when you look at yeah, sometimes that's what it takes. When you got a plan for the star players, some substitute that no one's heard of, even though you should have heard of Rudiger, they come on. And it's someone you ain't heard of that scores the goal. No one remembers Origi. No one remembers Origi. Jesus, Madrid won. Fucking hell, yes. Jesus, here we go again. Don't insult my Messi. I'm not insulting him. I'm just saying, no matter how good you are, every now and again, you come up against a team that comes up that has a plan for you, And it works. It works. That's it. And it all works. The difference between a Messi and like a Salah is that when you come up with a plan for them, Messi will figure it out quicker. If it takes Salah 45 minutes to figure out what your plan was and then to adapt and beat you, it would have taken Messi 10 minutes, maybe 15. But for a short period of time, the plan always works. Like that's. But every once in a while, some team out there kept Messi quiet for 90 minutes. He did go through games without scoring or assisting. He did lose games. You know, Barcelona lost games. So yeah, when you got a big game, you're up against Real Madrid, and you devising your tactics, you're watching the tape, you're probably going to have a plan for Mbappe and Vinny Jr. And that's probably why they were quiet. Paris Saint-Germain had a plan for Salah. 2 fucking full matches, they shut that motherfucker down. I mean, the second Salah touched the ball, he had 3 players on him. Messi has done any and everything there is to do at 37-year-old. Stop hating. I don't hate Messi. I think Messi is one of the true fucking greats. If you're going to list the 5 best footballers ever, the 5 best footballers ever, Messi's on there. He's on there. And so's Ronaldo. The top 5 is a combination of what? Pele, Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo. Who would be the 5th? See, that's how few there are. That's how few there are. Because that 5th spot could be anyone. God damn. You think of the greats. How do you actually pick a 5th player? There you go. But Messi, man, what a phenomenal player. But Ronaldo, man, I'm telling you, I'm just... No, I don't think anyone's going to repeat what Messi did. Not unless there's a massive overhaul. Because Messi played at a time when there were fewer games. Like, there's fewer games now than there used to be. The leagues used to be bigger. So yeah, when you compare the amount of games there used to be in the 90s, there's fewer games now. The league's only 20 players in England, for example. I think it used to be 24. So unless something changes and there's more matches per season, no one's going to replicate the numbers. No one's ever going to match the numbers Messi put out. No way. That's just fucking unreal. It's not just the statistics on the goals and assists. It's the dribbles. It's the one-on-one victories and stuff like that. That's what really sets them apart. And I don't know if anyone's going to replicate that, but you can say exactly the same thing about Ronaldo. Because they did actually have completely different careers. And I don't care what anyone says. The English, Spanish, and Italian leagues are the 3 most difficult competitions in all of world football outside of the Champions League. Right? At club level. At a club level. It doesn't get bigger than winning the Champions League. And at the league level, England, Italy, and Spain. These are the 3 leagues in the world that are the most competitive. They produce the most amount of Champions League winners and contenders. And Ronaldo went to all 3 of them. And he was the star player in all 3 of them. Messi didn't do that. And that is something that no one's going to replicate. No one's going to replicate what Ronaldo did. No one's going to replicate that. Messi didn't do that. Yo, whoa, what, boy? What up? What rat? Steve Wise King, what's up? Messi. But anyway, yeah, but that's the thing about Ronaldo. No one's going to replicate that. He is too... to go to those 3s like that. Messi did amazing in Spain, but I'm sorry, the French league. The French league's ridiculous. In the English Premier League, the Italian league, and the Spanish league, the club at the very bottom, the club in last place, serves a much bigger threat to the team in first. That's what you say. That's the best way to explain a difference. The team at the very bottom of the Premier League is much more dangerous to Liverpool at the top of the league than whoever are at the bottom of the French league to Paris Saint-Germain. The difference in quality and competitiveness from top to bottom in the other leagues around the world and in Europe, they're awful. They're awful. In Scotland and Denmark and all these other countries, they have to come up with these really weird, convoluted league systems because they can't just have 20 people in a league. I mean, look at the Scottish League. I think it's only like 10 of them or something. Here we go, look, Scottish Premier League table. Yeah, there's 12. You look in the Scottish Premier League, there's 12 teams. They have to have a league with 12 teams and they play each other 4 times instead of 2. Because the standard of football, when they used to have 20 teams, the standard between 1 and 20 was ridiculous. There was no point playing the match. There was no point. That's what I'm saying. And Ronaldo went to the 3 hardest fucking leagues. 3 leagues where there's no easy games. And he was a star player. Messi didn't do that. So, yeah. Yo, Ronaldo does not have a World Cup. Doesn't matter. He has a European Championship as a one-man team. What Ronaldo did with Portugal is way more impressive than what Messi did. The thing is, you always say, whoa, yo, Ronaldo does not have a World Cup. Here's the thing. Messi's only got 1. Go and look at the fucking squads. Go and look at the World Cups Messi attended. Look at those teams. People say Messi won a World Cup as if it's like the best thing. And it is amazing, of course, you won a World Cup. How the fuck did he not win 3 or 4 of them? He's never been part of a shitty national team. He's always been surrounded by an amazing team. Ronaldo single-handedly dragged Portugal to a European Championship win. Much, much more impressive feat. Messi should have at least 2 World Cups. Messi, on the international stage, when you really think about it, underperformed by only having 1 World Cup. The only way you can cut it. He was a superstar living during Argentina's 2nd generation of superstars. And he only won 1 World Cup. Come on. 1 World Cup. Come on, Messi. You can do better than that. Ronaldo is agreeing with envy at his lack to get a World Cup. Messi's second World Cup is incoming in the new. He's not that. Yo, I just made an 8,000% return on that 15-leg parlay. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of money. I'm speaking in all caps, so it must be true. Just don't start preaching about your fucking Lord and Savior. Anyway, let's get these AI picks out of the way. Let's get these AI picks. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Right, a little reminder of what we're at. It's not working, is it? Here's a reminder where we're at. AI picks recap. There we go. I'll recap because Sunday was a quiet night. So AI picks. Recappy cappy. Hang on. I've lost my notes. Motherfucker, I lost my notes. Here we go. Yeah, so the AI picks recap. I got last week 10 out of 12 picks. It was a freakish week. Everybody got loads of picks. I think even the ones who did really badly on the Jerusalem Sleeper Cell League, even the ones that did really badly still got like 8 picks. So it was one of those weeks where most of the results followed the money line, so most people got most picks. But the challenge is the challenge. That's week 1 with an accuracy 70% or higher at 83.33%. So after this week's predictions, if we get 70%, that'll be week 2. And the challenge is a 70% accuracy rate for 10 straight weeks. What was it? 1 week streak. The target is 10 weeks. And obviously we got a little side quest with a gilly bet. Still don't know what the terms are. The most correct UFC picks over 10 weeks. That was week 1. So we've decided to score it in a way where we look for the picks that we made that were different. And then we count which way they go. So it seems like Gilly introduced me to this scoring format. I think it works well. So if we disagree on 2 picks and I get 2 of them, it's 2-0, vice versa. So this week it was 1-1. Me and Gilly disagreed on 2 picks. 1 went my way, 1 went Gilly's way. So after week 1 of the Gilly bet, it's Bodach 1, Gilly 1. Oh yeah, next pick's Tuesday. That's today. And we're doing the picks. I just sort my slides out. So yeah, that's the challenge. We're 1 week in to get over 70%. So my picks are in on the Tapology. They're already in. Shit. I need to log in. It's just, I was never making sure. I doxed myself the other night, for fuck's sake. Right, so my picks are in. And they were good. But before we do that, I just want to have a look. I just want to have a look at the Jerusalem Sleeper Cell. And see how we did. As you can see, look. I actually came in 5th. There I am. I came in 5th. I got 10 picks out of 12. I predicted 2 decisions correctly. I got 4 perfects and 1 semi-perfect. So on the scoring system provided by Tapology, the only one that I know of, well, 2, MMA Joey and Good Noodle. I don't know who the other 2 are. They beat me. There we go, Gilly. Gilly, look at this, Gilly. I got 35 points more. Well, fucking hell there, Gilly, you're up there. But yeah, that's another game. We beat Jiggy. We beat Cheddarhead. Where are you now, motherfuckers? Beat you. Not in the AM, bro. Beat you. Guru the musical. You got beaten as well. There we go. Look at that. I came 5th. So let's see if we can repeat that. Let's get Silk Pajamas. If you haven't joined up to Silk Pajamas, do so. I'm guessing it's a new season. Looks like round 1 of 5. I'll have to speak to JPL. Where am I? You're just a few down. Yeah, with the JPL. I'll probably have to do my league after this league, or whatever's going on now. I still don't know the rules and when things start, but it looks like round 1, so I'm only on 500 points. And you can only spend 100 points, so it doesn't look like I'm actually putting a decision in for most people. But yeah, let's start at the bottom. And I have no idea how to pronounce any of these fucking names. No fucking idea. Messi and Jean. Oh shit, sorry. The chat has been very quiet, so I stopped looking. I thought I could just crack on. Hang on, I'm speaking in all caps, so it must be true. Yes, Ronaldo is crying worm. Show me the first statue of himself. There's definitely going to... If there isn't a Ronaldo statue, there's definitely going to be one. There's definitely going to be a fucking Ronaldo statue. There you go. There's a statue. There's a statue. There's... Wait. What do you mean, show me the Ronaldo statue? What do you mean? Look at that beauty. That's a Ronaldo statue. I think you'll find. Look at the fucking statue. Oh my god, no. Don't tell me he took a picture with it. Don't tell me. No way. Let's go. He took a picture of it. That's... Look at the state of it. Look at the fucking state of it. Jesus Christ. That is a fucking... It looks like him though. What the fuck? Why have they given him such a massive bulge? So that's not him. Okay. My god, that's so funny. That's funny. It literally couldn't be worse. It's like they made a statue out of ice cream and it's melting. No fucking way. Oh. Anyway, Silk Pajamas. Pill Grapes Joe. I went 8-4. And came 37th. I'm lurking still, just making fun some scran. Ah, bless ya. Do you feel them grapes? Who's the fuck? We're 1-1 on aggregate, Bodach. Yes. Picks, baby. Let's see our disagreements. Yes. Beans and toast musical. Jellied eel lord go. Ugh. Shut up. Ugh. No wild garlic, pesto paste, mozzarella, veg, and cream cheese. Sounds lovely. Ups Tulane and Bodach on Costa, Downs, Tulane on Dober. Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean. You have to. I gotta really learn these fights and the names and all the rest of it, and the terminology. Fuck Joe, I'll never watch a fight of his again. Demotopolis. He commissioned it himself for real. Art attack. Shit. Dwayne Wade statue. Dwayne Wade statue is just as bad. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, do you mean what? Look at the statue of it. I love British twang. Look at the state of it. Right. Look, boon me. Look, boon me. Fucking hell, these names, man. Loma look boon me. Is it like a joke? Like, McBone me? Like, it's trying to get me to say something. Estela Nunes. Loma look boon me versus Estela Nunes. Given Nunes' history of early knockout losses and look boon me his striking output, the likely method of victory is a knockout. Considering Nunes' recent fights often end in the first or second round, the prediction is for Look Boomy to win in round 2. Look Boomy to win in round 2. Fuck's sake. I'm going to start top down. Right, I've done the first one. Right, because I need to put my bets on. So yeah, Josh Emmett versus Leon Murphy. I've got Leon Murphy winning this on a decision. The evidence leans towards a decision victory for Murphy. Will it let me put 50 points on? The minimum stakes 100. JPL, if you see this, please let me put any number. I want to gamble on all 13 fucking fights and divide it equally. I can only bet on top 5. So yeah, Leon Murphy, the evidence leans towards a decision victory for Murphy, given his high striking output and Emmett's history of going the distance in recent fights. The 5-round format and both fighters' resilience suggests the fight will reach the end, with Murphy outpointing Emmett on the judges' scorecards due to the volume and reach. Leon Murphy has the edge in recent performances, riding an unbeaten streak. Again, against tough opponents like Barboza and Ige, contrasting with Emmett's recent losses to top contenders. So there you go. First pick, Murphy on a decision. I think Emmett KOs Murphy. Okay. Got some disagreements. Nah, Murphy keeps that. Okay, so Gilly's going with Murphy. I will put my picks as a community post on YouTube and on my Discord. On my Discord, it's in the format of a forum, so you can put your picks in there if you want and see how it stacks up against mine. I've also submitted my picks to the fight for the predictions tracker page. Massive shout out to them. What they're doing is mental. He's got over 100 fucking YouTubers who make picks every week, and he's tracking everyone. I can only imagine the amount of fucking work that goes into that. But anyway, let's move on. We've got Pat Sabatini and Joanderson Brito. Brito, fuck's sake. I got Brito winning. Again, the AI is like really one-sided. By the way, Leon Murphy, one-sided as fuck on the AIs, by the way. Both of them. Same with this one. Completely one-sided for Brito. Okay, Brito has the edge in recent performance, riding a strong win streak against tough opponents with statistical advantages in striking output, takedown ability, and durability, positioning him for a submission victory. So I'm going Brito. It's a second round submission. I've realised, Gilly, if you're still there, I've noticed when you're looking at the betting odds that sometimes the fight is like betting odds. It's like only like 1.2 in like betting odds for the person you want. But like if you're going to predict the method of victory, suddenly you get like 2s and 3s on the returns. Is that the good betting strategy? Is the prop bet a good betting strategy? Like if you got a good inkling, is it better to do that? I don't know. I want to discuss betting strategies. I want to get into that shit. I'm gonna study betting strategies and actually fucking go through it on here. I need to do it. I need to do these things. I just want to know. I want to know how I can judge this as a success. Because, like, I got a week the other week. I picked 8 out of 13. That's more than, obviously, picking more than half. But that doesn't mean you can just bet in returns. Because, in fact, even though it was 8 out of 13 picks, if you did bet £1 on each one, you would have lost money. Even though you're predicting more than half the fights. Because most of the picks are for the favourites who are only getting like 1.2 odds. So you can't just pick winners. And that's what I've realised this week. You can't just pick winners and all of a sudden you're a successful gambler. Because even if you are predicting 70% or more of the fights, you could be betting on all those winners and still lose money. It's a weird way it works because you'll lose a couple here and there and you'll lose your whole stake. And then the ones you do win, you get your stake back plus 10, 20%. So you only actually have to lose 2 or 3 of the bets to then become unprofitable. Yeah, like the way you gamblers think and how you parlay and strategize and actually make it successful. I just want to make it clear that I can see now there's an actual genuine talent for it, and there's strategies that you actually have to understand. It's not enough to know them. It's enough to understand them and when to apply them. And my AIs are not doing that in the fucking slightest. All they're doing is maybe I might have my own system that can replicate whatever the bookies do to pick a fight favorite. You know, to pick a winner and be 70% accurate. But it doesn't actually mean if you go and bet on all those fights, you're going to make money. It's weird, isn't it? The way the gambling world works. But anyway, Brito, moving on. So yeah, I think Brito was the consensus in the chat as well. I'm on Emmett. Where's the most climbers on Emmett? Okay. Okay, Brito. Yeah. Oh, another thing about that, I'll tell you at the end. I got an update with the quiz. Don't look at betting lines. Yeah, I'm with you, Gilly. I had an AI. I had one AI that was doing a deep learning exercise. And it was taking all the bookies' odds. And it was farming all the different bookies. And it was also taking the picks from prominent bloggers and YouTubers and stuff like that. Because all these things are on X and stuff like that. And it's all on YouTube. And it's on Topology. Like what people are picking. So you can just harvest it all. What everyone's saying. You know, most of the picks people, they'll actually like post it everywhere. So you... and it was doing the bookies one, and it was analysing that. And I just got rid of it completely. Plus, it took fucking ages. It took fucking ages. So yeah, I'm only doing it 2. And if I find myself in a position where the AI is 1-1, like one AI picks one fighter and the other AI picks another, I won't make the pick. I'm only picking it if both AIs side with the same person. I also get an inkling if it's close. I do get an inkling. It also helps me produce a scoring system. So in this Brito, for example, it scored that 39-1. Now we get to... fucking names. Cortavius Romeus. Cortavius Romeus versus Chang Ho Lee. Now, the scores for this one is Romeus 10, Chang Ho Lee 21. So this is actually quite a close one. But I've got Chang Ho Lee. I've got Chang Ho Lee. I got him winning a decision. I got him winning a decision. Oh, I can remove the bet. Oh, cool. I am going to remove this. I will remove these bets. I'm gonna bet on the ones with the biggest odds, but I will figure that out outside the stream. Anyway, Chang Ho Lee by a decision. Chang Ho Lee has the edge in recent performances, riding a strong 3-fight win streak against tough opposition. Chang Ho Lee's strong knockout history of 5 knockout wins, contrasting with Octavius's grappling focus could disrupt each other's style. The analysis highlights the importance of recent form and striking output, with Chang Ho Lee's statistics providing a clear advantage in these areas. So yeah, got Chang Ho Lee as well. Right. Now we get to Kennedy. How the fuck do you say that word? How do you say it? Fucking hell. Fuck's sake. It's so annoying, these names.
Nzechukwu. Nzechukwu.
Nzechukwu. Nzechukwu. Am I pronouncing that right? Nzechukwu. Fuck's sake. Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Martin Bunday. Nzechukwu. Nzechukwu, yes. So only after you've laid... Hang on, fuck's sake. Don't look at betting lines. No. No, if you only get 1 wild card per season for Silk BJs. I think so. So only after you've laid your foundational parlays. Bodach, I'll tell you about it on Instagram. Gilly, let's go into it. Come on my stream. Come on my stream after the quiz on Thursday and let's talk for it. Let me know. Teach me. I'll actually ask the questions and you can explain it to me. Bodach, I'll tell you about it. Yes. That's what parlays are. Typing in caps, scientifically proven to be linked to a small penis, by the way. Oh, no way. Thanks. I like choosing 2 to 5 fighters I'm almost sure of, including their props, and only place certain parlays on those picks, as well as round robin system bets for safety. Then craft a couple of long shots after. Okay. I'm thinking like a betting strategy would just be the prop bets. If the AI can be statistically 70% accurate and you reach that goal, and there's always going to be a week where it's like 40%, but on average, week after week after week, on average, it's 70% plus. You can just bet on the props, right? So I'm just saying, I got like 5 props or 6 props correct this week. And a bunch of them had like 5, even as high as 8. Like if I'd have put a quid on them prop bets, it would have literally returned like 50 quid. Yo, I'll hit you up after this stream and break it down. Yeah, break it down. But yeah, come on the stream and talk to me about it. Come back on Thursday. Ichinuke on Ichinoko. Inichikoyu. It's pronounced. Shut up. Deadpool, don't be naughty. Right. Kennedy Inichikoku. Inichikoku. Inichikoyu. Kennedy Inichikoyu. Ichikuku. Kennedy Ichikuku. Sorry. All right, Kennedy Ichikuku. Fuck, I can't hear it. Inichikoyu. Kennedy Inichikoyu versus Martin Bunday. I've got Inichikoyu winning this one by a round 2 knockout. I got him winning by a round 2 knockout. Kennedy's winning by TKO in round 2, driven by his recent knockout streak, high striking output, and favourable odds. Oh. This prediction accounts for both fighters' strengths, with an unexpected detail being the significant betting odds favouring Nishikori. Wow. Reflecting analyst confidence despite Bundy's solid performance. Fair enough. I'm not quite sure why you're telling me about betting odds. You're not supposed to be even looking at him. But yeah, Nishikori. He's going to win. He scored that 26-6. Next one. We got Gerald Meerschaert. Are you fucking... I'm sorry, but the way you lost against Hamzat, why are you even fighting? It wasn't like that Hamzat completely destroyed you in seconds. You're like... It's like you lost so badly, it got to a point where like, listen, mate, he's fighting for you. You're in the wrong profession. He's got a loss. 37 wins and 18 losses. How is he in the UFC? How is he in the UFC? Honest, anyway, I got Brad Travers winning this. He scored this 31 points to 1, but I got him winning a decision victory. Given Tavares' striking edge and durability, it seems like he will win by decision. This is supported by his recent fights going the distance and Meerschaert's vulnerability to submission, suggesting he may struggle to finish Tavares. Is that how you pronounce it? Tavares. With his strong chin and takedown defense. Yeah, I've got Brad winning this by decision. Brad winning by decision. All right, next fight. We got Robin Valentin. Robert Valentin versus Torres Finney. Robert Valentin versus Torres Finney. I've got Torres Finney. Torres Finney winning this by a round 1 knockout. You got Meerschaert winning that one, have you? I got Torres Finney winning by 33 points to 4. The likely method of victory is knockout, expected in round 1. This is based on Finney's 70% plus knockout win rate and Valentin's recent TKO loss. Suggestion: durability issues against Finney's explosive striking. There you go. Now we've got Lewis Garul versus Ode Osborne. I've got Lewis Garul. I got him winning by a knockout in round 2. KO TKO in round 2. Lewis is favoured to win in round 2, driven by his striking advantage and Osborne's recent vulnerabilities. The prediction accounts for current form, historical data, and style matchups. You got Finney for the winnie. Yes, me too. So yeah, Lewis Garul versus Ode Osborne. Got Lewis winning it. Round 2, knockout. You find a Tapology, man. I need more points to do what I want to do on Can you edit your picks? Can you... Where's my picks? Tapology is a bit annoying. Are these my picks? No. How do I view my actual pick? Oh, edit picks. Hey. Here we go. There we go. Edit picks. So it's on the right. This thing still fucking annoys me. Right. If we do this. Here we go. There we go. Fucking hell, that's small. That's the picks. That's the picks. So where do we get to? We've got Davy Grant versus Daniel Santos. This is a close one, actually. A fairly close one. I got Daniel Santos with 24 points and Davy Grant with 12. But I'm getting this down for Daniel Santos for a decision. Daniel Santos will likely defeat Davy Grant by decision, driven by his grappling prowess and current form. Fans should watch for Santos' takedown attempts early, which could set the tone for a controlled performance, while Grant's striking may keep it competitive into the later rounds. So yes, Daniel Santos, 24. Bodach, go to your profile. I'm done. This is rough though. Gruel. There will be no editing picks. Now my picks are in. This is rough though. Ian Gary versus Carlos Perez confirmed. 5-round main event. Nice. Better go. Yep. No April Fool's nonsense. Don't tease me. Santos. Yes, I got Santos. Split decision. Yeah, it's a close one. That's one of the closest with the AIs. Okay, so we go into Diane Barbosa versus Diana Belbita. Is that how you say it? Diana Belbita. It's pretty one-sided, the AI. I got Diana Belbita winning via decision. Diana is predicted to win by decision, leveraging her striking volume against Barbosa's grappling-focused approach. This prediction aligns with her recent performances against high-quality opponents and her statistical edge in striking metrics. Belgita winning by a decision. What are you thinking, chat? What are you thinking? You agree with this? Prates. Is it? Prates. I don't need these names, man. I don't need these names. Okay. Next fight. Reese McKee versus Daniel Frunza. Reese McKee versus Daniel Frunza. I got that one for a round 2 knockout. Really one-sided. The AI had that 36 points for Frunza. For Reese McKee, only got 1 point. Really one-sided here. Round 2 knockout. Daniel Frunza's recent form, knockout prowess, and McGee's struggles in UFC lead to a prediction of Frunza's winning by TKO in round 2. This matchup highlights an unexpected detail. Both fighters are pure strikers, making it a stand-up battle where Frunza's edge in finishing ability could be decisive. Frunza, ugh. As I got Frunza. Now my next one, Victor Henry versus Pedro Valco. This is a really close one again. I've got 18 points for Victor Henry and 12 points for Pedro Valco. But I've got Henry winning with a round 2 knockout. Victor Henry is predicted to win by a knockout in round 2 based on his superior striking output and recent performances against quality opponents. An interesting note is Falco's higher takedown attempts, which could make the fight competitive if he closes distance. But Henry's takedown defense is 84%, which might mitigate the grappling threat. So it's a close one, but I got Victor Henry. If he does win, he'll get a round 2 knockout. It's going to be a round 2 knockout or a submission for Falco. Right, next one. Vanessa Demopoulos. Vanessa Demopoulos? Is that how we say it? Versus Talita Alencar. Talita Alencar. Fucking hell, these names. I don't know how to say the names. I got this Talita Alencar. Talita Alencar. I got her winning. She got 30 points to Vanessa. And Demonopoulos is free. I got the likely winner. Talita. That is an annoying name. Demopolis. Talita Alencar will win. Alencar is a gay guy on British TV called Alencar. She can't really be called Talita Alencar. Talita Alencar. No, that's not right. Talita Alencar. I can't say it. Come on. Vanessa Demopoulos versus Talita Alencar. I got Talita winning with 30 points to 3 in submission in round 2. Alencar. Talita has the edge in recent performances, particularly with her strong grappling background and ability to exploit Vanessa Demopoulos' weak takedown defense, positioning her for a potential submission victory. So yeah, Talita Alencar 30%. All right, the last fight, or the first one even, is Lomo Lokboonmee versus Estela Nunes. This is a really one-sided affair with 42 points to 1 in favour of Lokboonmee. Lomo Lokboonmee, and I'm predicting a round 2 knockout. Given Nunes' history of early knockout losses and Lokboonmee's striking output, the likely method of victory is a knockout, considering Nunes' recent fights often end in the first or second round. The prediction is for Lokboonmee to win in round 2. Exploiting Nunes' weaker chin. There we go. That is me fucking picks. We will catch up with these on Sunday and see how we're getting on. We'll update the picks. We'll update the percentages. We'll update the Gilly bet. Good luck, Gilly. I'll post these on my YouTube community post. I'll also put it on the Discord. Feel free to reply with your picks on either platform. Yeah, catch up on Sunday. That's this week's UFC picks. 1 week straight. Have a look. Hello. Hello? Yeah. Alencar, no. So what we got? Women's MMA has improved so much the last few weeks. It has. When the AI mentions knockouts in the women's game, I get a bit nervous though, because the knockout rates are much lower, right? It's a lot of decisions and submissions in the women's game. Lane, if you're not picking the whole card, automatic victory for me. We need to sort out the Gilly Bodach MMA forfeit, yes. I also need to just sort out some better visuals. I had some extra time in recent weeks. I've been working on some visuals, and I've got a couple of new scenes. If you haven't seen them already, I'll give you a little tour. I'll take you a little tour, then I'll come back and close for the evening. I'm going to show you some of my new scenes. Welcome to my bunker. This is something me and Jasper was sprucing the place up a bit. We'll just close that. But yeah, this is where I come and I try and piece together. We found this underground bunker and we were like, we don't use it. We've been in this castle for like 50 plus years. So we came in here and we sorted it out. And we've realised Jasper's done those tests. And my bunker, right? My bunker. The government, there's no signals down there. There's no mobile signal. There's no Wi-Fi signal. It's a complete black spot. Meaning, when I'm in my bunker, the government can't read my mind. And that's really important because I don't want the government reading my mind. But I do have another set. And I've lost fucking track. I'm going to show you my other set. But yeah, this is my bunker. This is where I look in conspiracies. Hello, this is my nightclub. This is my own nightclub. Obviously, it's empty at the minute. But this is my nightclub. And here, we can play bangers like this.
Machine gun belly, machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, spaghetti yellow head. He has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. Machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, spaghetti yellow head. He has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag.
So yeah, this is my own little nightclub. Me and Jasper are opening it up. I don't know why we built the nightclub here. It's a little out of town. But yeah, build it and they will come. But I'm now the resident DJ in my own pub. How fucking cool is that, eh? How cool is that? And there's no fucking jingle. Oh. God damn. Yeah. I had some time to work on a few things. And I've tightened up the timings. And I've got this really cool flow with the quiz. Like this week's general knowledge quiz. Believe it or not, I actually had it done in 90 minutes. I've come up with a really good way of doing it. A really cool way of mixing up all the questions as well. Like, so you start off with movies, and then so you do a movie thing, and then you pick a bunch of sub fucking topics, spam it out for questions, and you end up with a nice mix of varied questions, and then you have to pick 5. So yeah, I'm getting the fucking quiz right down to fine art. Because I didn't have the slow AI working, my AI picks, mate, it was so good. Because if I can get my stream prep down, if I can get it down, like get it working into a fine routine, it will give me time to work on actual videos. Because at the minute, my stream, the time that I've got to put into streaming is completely taken up for content, is completely taken up for streaming. So you know what I mean? I'm not complaining. Obviously, no, this is anything but a complaint. I love the streaming. It's fucking amazing. I love the quiz. I want to build on it. I want to get people coming on more. It's just, yeah, I don't get to make actual VODs very often. Unless I do something on stream that I can clip, I can't really get many VODs. But yeah, I've been working on it. I've got that scene you just saw. I've got that scene you just saw with the bunker. I got my nightclub. So I can have some fun with them. Like I said, the timings are sorted out. So yeah, I'll go do that, and then hopefully I can actually make some more planned videos. Because I'm like musical, but I got a different problem stopping me making my videos. I got so many ideas. There's loads of stuff that I want to get into and make VODs for it. But anyway. It's the Julia room. Woo, what do you mean? Oh, the Julia room. The government doesn't read your mind, Bodach. Only AI can do that. Oh, I don't know. No one's reading my mind in my bunker. Put some pics of chat in the background. You do say some mental things. Bodach, hit this. What is this? What is it, Gilly? What have you given me? I can't just play music. You get copyright strike, Gilly. You should know this. You got a channel. Anyway, how many different puddings has Musical ingested a day? Probably a lot. No, Emmett versus Murphy's done. Down. Sticky. Play for play. Play. What are these, freaking Gilly? I can't, Gilly. You fucking the copyright. Only gay DJs don't play this. Yeah, custard just sounds viscerally gross. It does actually. Damn, that sounds good. It does. Who just ignored their chat? So disrespectful. I didn't ignore it. I can't play copyright stuff. I suggest you start singing like Cosa Mas Bella. Not the remix though. Tell chat your vid ideas and poll it. I would. I got loads. Hang on. I've literally got a Trello board. It'll be copyright claim, not a strike. Okay. No, mute it out later. So mute out later. Nah, I just avoid it. I'm already on too much. Yes, I got. Oh yeah, I got. So I've got. Some of them are actually out of date now. I want to do stuff, but do it like a side by side. So I want to give both sides of the argument a fair choice. But I want to do the climate change thing. I want to talk about how the suffragettes were actually a terrorist group. They're racist. And women didn't want the vote. I want to talk about that on a video. The degeneracy of Jack Doherty. I've got that written down for some reason. The four turnings of society. I thought that would be a good video. Following the sort of principles that strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create bad times, and bad times create strong men. And round we go. Carbon tunnel vision. Like when you look at the climate change agenda, even then you go by their own science. Like you might deny all of it or think it's the crisis isn't. But I obviously think that climate changes because it just changes all the time. It happens with or without humans. I'm skeptical of the cataclysmic predictions and the doom and gloom. I think if the world got as much as 5 degrees warmer, we would actually be better off. And there's archaeological evidence that suggests it was that much warmer as recently as the Roman Empire, and there was the medieval warming period. These are documented historical times, and there's no mention of mass floods and shit. But when you go by the actual fucking literature, carbon's not even a thing. For some reason, we're going, everything's net zero carbon, but carbon's fine. The plants like carbon. And even fucking the Greta Thunberg Brigade. If what they're saying is true, it's the other shit that's causing the problems, like methane and all that. And again, I'm skeptical, but even their own literature says carbon's not that big a deal, yet every government in the world has got something called carbon tunnel vision. And I wanted to make a video about that. Saying if the propaganda is all about carbon, the scientists are all about the other stuff, and the skeptics are like, you're all full of shit. I wanted to do a video about, can Michael Bisping predict a winner? A retrospective review. I was going to go through all of Michael Bisping's picks and work out his percentage. I want to talk about the death rate after COVID, which was higher after COVID than during COVID. I wanted to do a video about the missing kids. Just how many hundreds of thousands of children disappear every year, never to be found. I wanted to talk about the flat earth. I don't believe in it myself, but they do touch on a few things, and I've done the experiments myself. And because it's part of the flat earth conversation, there's a few things you can't get explanations for. Like, I've been at the shoreline with my own optics, and I've zoomed in on boats that have gone over the horizon. I wanted to talk about Aleister Crowley, the Dicenian glass, Project Mockingbird, the moon landings, the Vatican Satanism, the jet fuel hoax. I also wanted to do like an alternative voices series. Like, who is David Icke? Who is Tim Pool? Who is Hassan Piker? I hate Hassan Piker. Who is Yank Yuga? You know what I mean? Who's Jeff Berwick? Who's Charlie Kirk? Who's Harry Sisson? You know what I mean? And then there's also like the mystery and urban legends that I wanted to do. I've already done a video on Jack the Ripper. I've got like the 8-Day Bride, the creepy murder in room 1046. The mysterious death of Tupac Shakur. You know, the mystery of the Overtone Bridge. You know what I mean? I got 48 mysteries written down. The Leatherman, the Michelle von Emster case. Yeah, I want to do all these kind of stuff. My videos won't be like MMA and all that. My videos will be like conspiracies and spooky things and unsolved mysteries and things like that. Lorenzo, mate. I don't want to poll. I don't want to do loads of polls. It is. God, he just posted. Is it true? I don't know. Great idea, Betty. What did Betty say? You could do opinion piece videos on current events from the perspective of an alien. I could do. The thing is about current events, I mean, you have to keep up with it. You have to keep up with it. Like when I go into like these mysteries and unsolved mysteries and the Smeg talks that I want to do and the alternative voices and all these things, the information's a little bit more static. So I can do the research and like I've got a moon landing one in. So the moon landing one will go like, here's why people think it's fake and here's what the debunkers say. And I'm following the format as, it doesn't matter what I think. Here's what they're saying. But like the information's static, right? When you do current events, the things about the current events, there's already loads of people with loads more time on their hand to actually digest everything that's happening. You know what I mean? You got to stay on top of it, and the current event changes. It changes from week in, and then sometimes you just have a busy week, and then you're fucked. But you know what I mean? Like the moon landing one I've been doing the research, I've done it all. And I started that a couple of months ago. And everything I did months ago will still be valid now. You hear what I mean? So not only if you do current events, not only are you doing, not only are you competing with loads of people that do it better, with more time on your hands, and you take 1 week off, you fall behind. But the benefit of like YouTube is they had this crazy purge. They had this really crazy purge of certain topics. Like, there's not a lot of moon landing hoax documentaries on YouTube and stuff. But the thing is, YouTube has eased up the restrictions. And another thing, a lot of this information is old, and the format it's presented in is old. And there's so many new things that have never been covered. So although it's static, like I said, it's also not been covered for a long time. So there's now new stuff. There's new things to talk about. But yeah, current events. I tried that, man. It's so hard to keep up. Bodach, the Zonzi test. Let's have a look at what's the Zonzi test. The test consists in showing the examinee a series of facial photographs displayed in 6 groups of each 8. The subject has to choose. Okay. Who is Andrew B? I don't know. Dicenium glass is crazy. Would you ever try to make one? I don't know. If it wasn't too hard. No, I think when I get to make my videos, I think I can be pretty good at editing. I need practice. I need to be more concise. I can make something that can take 10 minutes to go through, last 50 minutes. But you need practice. But now I want to get back into making videos. So yeah, getting my stream format down. I'm ready to go this week. 3 hours of prep. Quiz and AI picks. It was 3 hours. I'm good. The quiz is good to go. I'm ready to go on Thursday. The stuff you saw tonight, good to go since Sunday. Let me know who has the best Jack the Ripper video. Yeah, but the thing is about Jack the Ripper is somebody's actually figured out who it was. Like, legit, actually. Might have figured out who it was. So I need to even update my video. Who's my real father? Yes, we'll figure that out. Bodach, do you think any of the other Whitechapel murders outside the Definite 5 were also Jack the Ripper? I'm not actually sure, actually. There was one that was a bit off MO, wasn't it? Like it was a copycat. It's been a while since I made the video, to be fair. I might even delete it and start again. I just want to make the videos. I'd love to make videos. I want to do everything. That's my problem. But I'm not stopping the streaming. 3 nights a week. It's lovely. Lovely. Like I said. Anyway, so yeah, I want to bugger off anyway because it's like 12:30. The general knowledge quiz this week, which will be ready. I'm changing a few rules on the quiz. So every 100 episodes, I'm changing the quiz prize. So that means there's only a finite number of prizes to win. It's not an exact number because obviously sometimes the draw, we don't have that mechanism in yet, but altogether there will probably be fewer than 35 teapots And then we'll change the prize. And every 100 episodes, so per 100 episodes, there's about 33 quizzes. So there'll be about 35 or fewer prizes. Every 100 episodes, we're going to change the prize. Which means there's only about 20 odd teapots left to win. And then that'll make the Hall of Fame on a Discord that much sweeter. Because there'll be no more teapots left to win. So that little Hall of Fame, that little teapot Hall of Fame, you look back at that. Imagine if I really go through with this, and I will, because I spent fucking 700 quid in audio. I spent 700 quid on fucking audio. And because it was glitching and being a bit weird, I ran my character animator from a Mac. I bought all the I spent so much money. It's so stupid. But I'm done now. Actually, no, I'm not. I need a camera. I need a good camera. But yeah, I'm done streaming wise. What was I saying? I've completely lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so the teapot prizes are going to be limited edition. The prizes will be limited edition. So every 100 odd episodes, going by this recent run of getting to 40, that should be every 6 odd months. And what I'm going to do is whoever wins, I was inspired by MMA Holes because he collects all of his basically his biggest pay pig gets a belt, right? So I'm going to do that. Whoever gets, every time we change the prize, whoever has the most teapots, and then at the end of the next one, whoever has the most, I'm going to get you an actual fucking prize. That person, you'll get a Bodach prize, a physical one. I'll get it to you. I'm going to do that. Make it a tradition. But yeah, limited supply. I've given up on my bet with musical. The bet was to get to 500 followers before April the 26th. It's now April the 2nd, and I've got fewer followers than I had this time last week. I've lost 5 followers in the last 5 days. So yeah, we're going in reverse at the minute. I'm more likely to go back under 300 subscribers than I am to see 500 at the moment. But yeah, I'm working on a few things, so there should be more reasons to come back. I got to work on a load of things. The UFC on ESPN, AI picks. Do you know what I think it is? I started scheduling my streams a few ahead. Like my streams is now scheduled. I put the next 3 scheduled. I thought that was a good thing. But is that actually really annoying? Because as a channel that I've followed who's got some special, and he's got his stream scheduled for Wednesday, and it's annoying me that it's there. Am I now annoying everyone? Is it actually annoying? Or is it just a subscribers dip? Because if so, I'll probably just schedule my stream a few hours before I go live. But yeah. We need to sort out a Gilly Bodach MMA forfeit. We do. Bodach, our disagreements are 2. So you think Mershat's going to win? I can't remember my pick now. So you think Vanessa's going to win? Giddy, you want to bet on Tavares Meerschaert fight? Yes. Musical, I don't actually. I'm leaning Tavares heavy. I'll bet on Lerone Emmett. Okay. The fact that a few WMMA fights have ended early with a finish, thus appearing as further torture, is not an indication that they've improved. It's a good point. The women's fights were getting a bit annoying because it's like, you know, it's a decision so many times. You can just tell. You know what I mean? It's like when a decision's really obvious, I hate decisions. The judges are fucking, the state of the judges, they're not ex-fighters. The UFC's got no control over it. We still don't know what they're really looking at. There's no transparency. They never have to answer for themselves. I'm sorry. I don't get that. It's the same with referees in football. I'm sorry. You don't get to just be a fucking wank and then fuck off and be left alone. There should be a press conference. The 3 judges should be at the press conference taking press questions. And so should referees in football. The fact that the judges are just ushered out and no one ever hears from them, that's fucking bullshit. Because there's obviously a disconnect. I don't know if there's a theory that this might be a good thing. I think it's bad. Because if you're going to insist on having these judges that are not ex-fighters, but they have to do a press conference, they're going to get direct feedback. And it's going to improve the judging, right? Because if they're constantly going to have to face the press scrutiny, they're also going to receive information back at them over what people are actually looking at and what constitutes winning a fight. And that's how you do it. Because you say, oh, maybe ex-fighters should be doing it. But should they? You look at how many ex-fighters are on YouTube and how awful they are at picking fight winners and shit. It's like they don't understand their own sport. No, I mean just a simple. They need to stop protecting the judges. They need to bring the judges to the fucking foreground. These fights you're judging over could potentially have billions of pounds worth of bets on them. Your decision will influence potentially billions of pounds. That's the consequences you're dealing with. The least they could do is have a section of the press conference where they have to fucking explain their decisions. I think that would improve the judges 50 times over. Because you got to explain that fucking shit. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. Don't worry about the loss of subs. It randomly happens. A few weeks ago, I lost 14 subs over 25 hours. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The way I look at it is that I'm on episode 44. I'm learning. Some of my streams will go down and be hilarious and result in these AI songs that end up working through the fucking Discord. You know, someone will come on and we'll argue in debate and everyone will be talking about it for weeks. And then there'll be runs where I talk for weeks, my streams are a bit flat, the chat's quiet, there's not a lot of viewers. I lose subscribers. I know, mate. I know. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm sticking to my schedule. Like I said, I'm 44 in. I'm still learning. When I listen back, I'm still learning all the fucking time. I still haven't even got a fucking sorted the glitches out. But yeah, with the quiz now, limited edition prizes. With a couple of new scenes. That'd be good. And I need to start thinking about episode 50, which will be in a few weeks' time. I do something special for getting through 50 fucking episodes or 50 streams. So what I'm going to do for my 50th, with my brand new scene that you saw tonight, you probably won't see that scene again until my 50th, is I'm going to go through a musical journey with AI. So we'll relive some of the classics. And I'm also going to summarize my journey from episode 1 to 50 in song format. So we'll talk about We'll talk about how for a year I didn't stream. And then when I came back, we'll talk about how my introduction to Gilly and the beef. And we'll talk about Vinny the Guinea and that beef. We'll talk about the glitches. We'll talk about the teapots. We'll talk about Cheddarhead and his rise to dominance, only to be taken over by Aaron Tats. We'll talk about a few things in song format. We're going to do a musical journey. How many different prisons, fuck's sake? It is good. Oh, climate change is a scam. We are in the carbon they want to reduce. Exactly. Bisping slander always does well. Does Bisping do well? I don't think he does. Anyone? Sorry. Who's Andrew B? What's that gear? I don't know. Who's my real father? I don't know. Stroking the silk necktie is mad soothing though, is it? Fucking hell. Glitch Dak, the money spender. I think the glitches are slowly getting out of it. We're nowhere near the 100 quizzes yet. No, 100 episodes. Western. So there's a quiz every 3 episodes. So after 100 episodes of my stream, which is 3 a week, we're changing the prize. So there's about 30 quizzes per 100 episodes. Why not change it every 10 quizzes instead of 100? Because there needs to be enough prizes to develop a Hall of Fame leaderboard. I love the idea that if I commit to this, I am committed to this. I just love the idea of one day getting to 1,000 episodes, 10 prizes, and having the various leaderboards, and there'll be people who won the teapot all that time ago. You know what I mean? I like that. I like building that history. You were saying new quiz rules. Yes. The one thing I'd love to do I keep saying if. When I build an audience, you got to believe in yourself, haven't you? When I build up an audience and I can put out polls and get a big feedback, like, what was the game show? Remember the game show where our audience says you survey 100 people and you have to pick the top answers? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that as a quiz format. But I need to get at least 100 people to answer the question. And then when you get a question, I'd love to do rounds where you have to pick. So all the answers are correct. But you have to pick the one that has the most. Things like that. I'm going to do loads more. Can their prize be a golden yarmulke? It can be anything. We've got 30 teapots left we've got 20 teapots left to throw away. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Boglitch. God. Make one shot a day, you'll get to 500. It's so hard, musical. That's also been what I've done, by the way. My TikTok ban is nearly over, so I want to try and stream again. But I've got a button now. So if I'm going to talk about something spicy, I can press a button. And then all YouTube will see is an image that says too spicy for this. But I'm vertical. So everything you're seeing now is a vertical version. The whole fucking stream, by the way. When you go to the meme mirror, the quiz, every single scene now goes side by side in a vertical format. So I can live stream on TikTok vertically. But with that, it also means I can just boot up my software, which takes 5 minutes now. It doesn't take me long to get going. And I can record a short. And that's what I was going to do. Because you've probably seen me musical when I'm on X and stuff. Something pisses me off. and I'll leave a message for Keir Starmer, calling him some colourful names. I thought, why not do that? At least once a day, I feel compelled to spend about 10 minutes of my life constructing a bunch of tweets because I'm annoyed at something stupid in the news. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to speak it and record it as a short, and that way I can just put it up. I think that might work, right? Schedule the stream a few hours in advance. Yes, you just said that. Yes, perfect. I'll cancel these other ones. It just seems that it coincided with that. I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna schedule loads, and then I come back after the weekend and I've lost 5 subs. Oh, but then I don't want to annoy people. It's not annoying, but might be confusing. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just schedule it a few hours before. I do like the schedule though. Do you know what feels really nice when I'm about to go live and I look at it and it says like 3 people waiting? I love that. It's like, what the fuck are you waiting for the Bodach Show? If you want to snake out of the fights, then just agree with me on them, I guess. Don't worry about the loss of subs. Oh yeah, I've already read that. Can't believe you're only 49, to be honest. 49. Bodach, you don't get it. Obviously, you're right. But there's a labyrinth. There's a labyrinth. There's a labyrinth bureaucracy in the US with the gaming commission. Exactly. It's just all weird. The judges, it's fucking weird. They need to fix it. The thing is about Dana. Like, look at America. They get no stranglehold. They get no stranglehold on football, on soccer, and all the other international sports. Right? In America, you're so used to having these sports that only you really play. I'm sure that some countries play some of your sports, but most of your sports are pretty much just you guys. So that everything's meddled with your government. What Dana White needs to understand is that the UFC is now a global product that can support itself outside of the US. Like, it has an established US market. The rules and regulations that hampered the UFC at its beginning were to host the fights in the USA. But the UFC could host every single event for an entire year outside of the USA and still sell out every fucking venue. Right? Easy. And if he was willing to take that chance, he can shake free. He can shake free of this fucking commission bullshit. You can get rid of it and chase a more internationally standardized ones that America would have to take and accept, like they do with other sports. Otherwise, you don't get the business. The UFC. Do you know what many people don't understand how big it is now? Hang on, let me just double check this. Let's have a look. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Hang on. Where's the fuck? I've read that it's one of the biggest sports in the world now. It's in the top 10. Oh, I can't find it off the top of my head. I did see something that the UFC and MMA in general has become one of the top 10 sports in the world. Can the next prize be a soggy newspaper? It can be anything. I need lots of different prizes. Yeah, in Australia, for example, no such structure of corruption exists, which is why they fired that judge last July for giving Tuivasa 3 rounds. Tuivasa. Exactly, Gilly. There's no reason for the UFC to put up with it. The UFC has now established itself as one of the global, it's the leading brand in one of the most popular sports in the world, the fastest growing sport in the world. He now has the power and influence and a global market to push back on the bullshit in America that hampers the sport. It hampers the sport. Like, we've got the FA in Britain. We've got the FA. The British government can't really meddle in that much. The British government can't come in and go, right, FA, do this, do this, do that. Because the FA were going to turn around and say, if you do that, FIFA are going to exclude us. A certain amount, like there's subtle differences from league to league. There's subtle rules here and there. Some leagues have slightly different rules. But 99% of the football played in the Premier League follows the same rules as every other league that's under FIFA. Right? And the UFC seem to be stuck following this Americanized system with way too much fucking government involvement. Way too much government involvement. And if Dana pushes back, takes it more international, it's only a matter of time before all these fucking the Nevada State Commission and all these fucking people. It's only a matter of time. Like, well, if we keep doing this, Dana White and co are gonna just hold their events outside the USA, where they get more say on the judges, making sure the judges are actually fucking honest, and he's answering. They have to back down, right? They have to. They only had the fucking leverage on the UFC at first because without playing ball with the government, the UFC would have never grown. So why is the UFC still so fucking hamstrung by bullshit American gaming regulations when it's an international fucking brand now? It's time for Dana White to push back. And he's got Trump and Elon. Now's the time. Imagine it. Judges who you knew who they were, and they actually had to, even if they don't do a press conference, at least they have to write a statement. They have to publish some sort of written statement. Controversy or not. Dana White is running these fucking fights. He needs to be able to say, right, that judge, that's fucking nonsense. Get rid of him. I don't know. Only desire is to have my own AI song one day. We'll make you an AI song, Lane. Phil Bodach could make a great vid on the judges. With my research. Yeah, I could do some research on the judges. I want to do it. At the minute, I just have to accept that I'm streaming. I'm streaming. But instead of losing 8 to 12 hours of my weekend, I'm only losing 3 or 4 now. And got a different job than I had last year. I get a couple of evenings free now. So yeah, I'm gonna do more. I've just realised I'm rambling. It's nearly 1 o'clock. I don't even know what I've been talking about. Yeah, people will say shit like the Teapot era was the best OG era. Exactly, musical. That's what I want to create. And like I'm planning some bigger stuff. I want an intro video. Like every 100 episodes, you know. I want to switch up. I want to switch up the outro music and all that kind of stuff. Maybe not every 100. Yeah, every 100. I don't know. I don't want to just make up rules for myself, especially if it's time consuming to make. I just know that every 100 episodes we're definitely changing the quiz prize. That's it. Family Fortunes, that's the one. Yeah, that's going to be the next quiz format I go for thing. But the problem is it requires me to get at least 100 votes on something. I'm nowhere near that. I know people with... Well, I don't know people. But there's people with 10,000 followers. And they live stream to hundreds of people each time. And they still wouldn't get 100 plus to engage with a poll or vote. So a lot of the quiz formats are gonna, unfortunately, they're not really gonna work while I'm still such a tiny channel. That's right, I almost forgot your Sicilian area. Bodach, can you figure out the AI uses for his shorts? Yeah, I've seen those AI shorts things. They're pretty good. I've seen them work for people, but I can't stand the fucking popping text. There's something about it. I don't watch shorts when I see the popping text. As soon as I see the popping text, I always know, first of all, I know it was AI. And second of all, is it just an auto clip? And I actually want to watch an auto clip, if that makes sense. I don't know. Now I'd look at the tools. The thing is about those tools is it struggles with Bodach because I don't have a nose. But anyway, just say Twitter X. Just say Twitter X. But it's called X. Bodach rants. I do rant. It's my show. I do rant, Tom. I rant on my show. Jesus Christ, Gilly. If your thumbnail varied more for each stream than pre-scheduled, wouldn't be too distracting. Fair enough. No, the thing, I tell you what, my thumbnails are fucking great. But I know what you mean. I need to. I'm not going to schedule like that anymore. I'm going to just go. I'm going to schedule a couple of hours before. But my thumbnails, the click-through rate's really high. It's like 10%. And it's fucking hard. I googled it. Most people don't get anywhere near 10%. And that's because everyone's thumbnails are so noisy, or they're all doing the same thing. Like, you can find channels with 100 thumbnails and they're all pulling a soy boy face with their fucking mouth wide open. Everyone's following what they consider meta, or everyone's copying each other. I just have a block of color and the name Bodach and the number signifying the episode, and my click-through rate's massive because it stands out. In a world full of noise, you get this tiny little color square. So yeah, my thumbnails are the one thing that I know are working for me really well. Because I'm literally just doing the opposite. While everyone else crams in visuals and text, I'm like, I'm going to have no visual. And I'm going to have one word. I think people are just like, what? Bodach, but what? They just, it's morbid curiosity. Plus, when I look at my statistics, like I think like 80% of my viewers are people that are already subscribed. So yeah, you're also seeing it. Revenge is sweet. Anyway, I do need to fuck around and find out, Gio. Yeah, I need to bugger off anyway. Your thumbnails are a scourge on our community. Oh, how dare you. If you recall, I agreed with Musical from day one about the TNA thumbnails. Oh, Gilly, mate. Jesus fucking Christ. The fucking... What is with the softcore pornography? You click on the thumbnail thinking, hey, it's time to pull it out and have a fiddle. Ugh, what the fuck? This is Sicilian guy. This Sicilian guy talking about fucking MMA. I came for tits and ass, and all I got was an Italian talking about fucking fights. It's misleading. It's false advertising. And by the way, Gilly, I believe it's May. When do the new YouTube things come into play? That's actually going to be against TOS soon. So someone reports you. Gio, you can only know what you can find out from 3,000 miles away. MMA is a sport. I know. The Gaming Commission is tethered to massive conglomerates, mainly MGM. The top rung UFC doesn't have that kind of power as a fight promotion. Gilly, that's what I mean. He could do. The UFC could schedule every single event and fight night for the next year outside of the USA, away from all those conglomerates and all them commissions, and he'll still sell out every arena at stupid prices. The company would still make loads of profit. I think it's time. I think the UFC, at this point now, I think the UFC as a global brand should be having at least 3/4 of its events outside of the USA. And you should be. It's the only way he's going to build up the power to get rid of all this. You lay one unsolicited knucklehead on the homie, and I'll have something to say about it. Fair enough. It's an American company, no matter what. He can't push back beyond a certain point. Yeah, there'll always be some sort of body. And FIFA is corrupt as fuck. Don't get me wrong. It's corrupt as fuck. But you can fight it. You fight FIFA. When you get these journalists and they dig deep into fucking FIFA and find out about all the corruption and mismanagement of money and stuff, they can't go running off to some fucking congressman, or if they've got a favour with a president. They have to face up to that. It's on full display. And FIFA are taken to court having with international laws and stuff to actually prosecute against. So when FIFA's corruption is discovered, it's ended. Obviously more corruption seeps in here and there. There was a massive corruption scandal with FIFA like 10 odd years ago. But the problem with the UFC, the judges and American sports, and there's the corruption. You could always hide behind some congressman or some senator, or you got favour with the president or the right companies, and any action to get rid of this corruption can be buried. Because to fight the corruption with the UFC judges, you're fighting government as well. It's maddening. And that's the problem with USA sports and sports that are so centric to there. I know there's other promotions in the world. But yeah, man, I think Dana really needs to start pushing international fucking stuff. I believe the golden teaspoon era will be the one era we all loved. The golden teaspoon. That would be a good prize for a spelling the quiz. Lane, how about today, tomorrow? Oh, God, I got to skip because I got to go. You auto AI vids are an eyesore. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's just like... Yeah. I mean, Frankie's one that points out. So... Frankie is like a double-edged sword. If I've missed his stream, then his clips sort of highlight the little bits that he'd want you to see. But if you have seen his stream, then the clips make no sense. So when I do shorts, I mean, I'm not telling Frankie how to run his channel, obviously. But when I do it, I'm trying to do it in a way where my shorts aren't going to be clips from my stream. I'll post them as a TikTok, a short, and a YouTube short, but they're going to be their own thing. So I just thought, yeah, when I do catch up on the news or something, it's in the browser. All I have to do is just turn on my fucking microphone, open up the software, hit record, give my 2 cents and post it. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do that. Because I used to try and do it on my stream. There's too many distractions. So yeah, I'm not going to use AI clips or anything. I'm just going to do shorts. I take 10 minutes to type out short on X when I can literally just say those words and I've got a YouTube short. You know, it's stuff that I want people to hear me say. Otherwise, I wouldn't be posting it. And people who want to hear those kind of opinions is exactly the audience that I want. It's not MMA. It won't be MMA stuff. Actually, I'll put a post up tomorrow. I'll test my short theory by putting my picks on. But yeah, anyway, that's how I'm going to approach shorts. But I will actually, I need to get through April. April's a big month, but after April, I'm going to then try and do a short a day. At least one short a day. After this month, I'll have more time. This is just turning into my therapy session, just telling you about my life. Bodach, my thumbnails are one of a kind. Fucking tits and ass, mate. I reckon with a slight altercation, the thumbnails could be better, but might be a difference of opinions. Oh, for sure. So I'm always improving. I just know that when I'm looking at YouTube, it's quite literally a wall of noise. And the captions are fucking nonsensical bollocks. So it gets to a point now where I hardly ever click on anything. I subscribe to people, right? I subscribe to people. I go to my feed. I look at it in chronological order, and if any one of you fuckers have posted something new, I'll watch it. That's it. I've gotten with YouTubers the same way I've gotten with music. I just don't listen to new music anymore. Once I find a band I like, I tuck in. But I don't often go and explore new bands. I'm like that with YouTubers now. And all I know, it's because of the thumbnails and the stupid titles. So I'm different. My thumbnail is less noise. My captions are just like my caption today. The only thing that really mattered is my AI picks. So that was the title. Are you on meth tonight, Gilly? Pull off my live streams and scroll through those goated titles and thumbnails. I will. I'm going to bed soon. Bodach, you fear me for my thumbnail game. I'm scared about getting fucking banned for pornography. Geo does indeed have amazing thumbnails, apart from the TNA. No, I only did that for Fight Companions. Fair enough. Ugh, JVD is going to report me, little ass bitch. I know, man. JVD hangs on to things. He hangs on to things. Like, I know me and Gilly, I know we had our spats. We had a little beef. You know what I mean? My opinion changed on a few things. It didn't change on a few things. But the thing is, I moved on. I don't feel the need to keep arguing with you. I don't feel the need to. But JVD, man, he's really on it. He just keeps on at you. At some point, you just got to move on. Many Musical isn't allowed to watch his favourite YouTuber, Geo, due to indecent thumbnails. Exactly. Bodach, I'm serious. Aside from the Fight Companion streams, look at my live stream thumbnails. No, I'll have a little look, Gilly. I do need to go to bed, though. 308. We're back up one. Right, Giuliano Agenti. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these thumbnails, these magical thumbnails. Let's go. Yeah, good thumbnails. It's just noise to me. Like that. This one here. That's way too much noise. What are your lives like? What the fuck is this? Gilly, come on. I'm going to make an AI song about this. When I do my 50th episode, musical journey, AI musical journey, there will be a verse about Gilly's. Look at the fucking tits. Look at the tits. Look at the tits around this one. Fucking titties. I mean, it's not a lot. There's more titties. There's no reason for it, Gilly. The other thing is, I'm like blind to it. Like when you live terminally online, especially when you're a software developer, they use sex in advertising so much. People like me, we're bombarded to at least 100 times more advertising than your typical person. So when it comes to like boobs and bikinis and all that, I'm oblivious. I'm so blind to it. It wasn't until someone said, check out his thumbnails. I was like, oh yeah. There are loads of boobs and tits in his thumbnails. I never even noticed. You just get blind to it. You get so overexposed. And the other thing is, I don't know if you've noticed, lads, but when I go on Instagram, it's always trying to push women on you. And I'm very mindful of my algorithms. First of all, because people don't treat their algorithms like they're supposed to. What you need to understand about your algorithm is it's a tool. And it's a pet that you have to train. This is on Facebook, Google, all of it. You have to be mindful of it. And yeah, you can just have your algo and let it go, not be thinking it's fine. You'll be looking at something you want to buy and then the adverts will change and it's slightly convenient. But if you actually live a life mindful of your algorithms and you train them, then they actually become incredibly useful. Like, for example, when I go on Instagram and Facebook, it's awfully handy that the algorithms there show me shitloads of memes because I like to steal memes for my show. The Bodach Show, welcome. And yeah. And because I've been mindful of what I look at, if I see something that's not a meme, I try not to click on it or engage on it. And yeah, now I go to Facebook and guess what? I get meme after meme after meme after meme. I don't get any shit. And then you do on Instagram, it's the same. I get memes and comedy and current events and UFC. And then every now and again, there they are. Little teenage girl, barely fucking legal. In their little skimpy outfits doing the stupid little fucking autistic dancing. For some weird reason, trying to look like anime characters. It's always there. It's always that little layer in the algorithm. Oh, you're a guy. Have you seen this little teenage girl? Millions of people are looking at her. It's like, no thanks, mate. I'm a middle-aged man. Just give me the fucking memes. My life's tragic enough. I'm a middle-aged man that live streams a cartoon. You can spare me the Instagram full of teenage girls. It's sad enough. It's sad enough already, mate. Just let me go. But yeah, you gotta be mindful of your fucking algorithms. And that's why I'm like really cautious now. Especially on YouTube. Oh, YouTube, fucking hell. Oh, it's so annoying. I spent one fucking night looking up fucking tutorials to sort my audio out. And I haven't even asked. My audio should sound really fucking good now. I spent one fucking night. And now YouTube's like, oh, look at this microphone. This one's been tested. This one's that. This one's that. And I was, it's going to take weeks for the fucking microphone configuration videos to stop being recommended to me. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. Anyway, I need to set up another YouTube. I need to use another. I've got a couple of YouTube accounts. I need to use my other one. I need to actually use another one. But yeah, my algorithms, man, you got to cultivate these motherfuckers. Still, I've only done it every time. Right, shit. Sorry. JVD still spams no chill with negative shit about me, as if he could play no chill against me. I don't know if JVD is trying to turn people against you. He just says it. I saw him a few weeks ago. He was in Critical Eyes, saying some stuff there. Yeah, it's just the thing, innit? It's the thing. It's what happens in the community. The thing is, we're all putting ourselves out there. Sometimes I'm gonna say or do something stupid. It becomes a talking point, and there's people out there like you've got JVD every now and again spam some stuff about you. I've still got Vinny the Guinea, who randomly, for some reason, leaves shitty comments on videos that are like 2 years old. It's just what happens. If it's not JVD, it'll be someone else, Gilly. Click live tab. Yeah, Gilly, your text is inaudible all of the time. The thing is, Gilly, I'm surprised you don't just buy a little bit of kit. Like you of all people. So like, you can buy a little gizmo that you put on your phone. This takes the port on your phone and turns it into a USB dock. You can charge through this port, but what it will let you do is plug a couple of things into your phone. So you can stream out you are. And I literally watch you leave super chats for like $100. These little things you can get. They're the Rode microphones, the little lapel things. Right? You put it in your phone. You can even plug it in your laptop. And you just clip it to your collar or whatever. And just like that, the audio sounds fucking great. Because you come on the panels, right? You come on the panels, Gilly. And again, I'm not here to... We're all doing our own thing. I'm not telling anyone how to do anything. But it's like... When we get in a panel, Gilly, there's like such a clear difference with you because you're on your phone. And you see these other people. Even if they haven't invested in lots of kit, they've got themselves a kind of microphone that improves the quality and stuff. And it's like... It's just different. It's just... There's a big difference. And for someone with your financial means, even if you, I get that you want to stay on your phone and get mobile, but some of these gizmos are for your phone. And you see it all the time. You see these people on TikTok and that using it. So instead of, they still use the phone cam, it's all good, but they just have that audio. So then when you do go on the live panels, your audio will be less, you know what I mean? Like, say if you were on my quiz, for example, you got me talking, and then you got Brutally, who's got the same kit as me. And then, like, the other MMA quiz, we had MMA Holes, whose audio sounded fucking amazing. And then we get Gilly on there, and it sounds like a phone call. Because it's like, it sounds like a phone call. You know what I mean? And all it would take is a little gizmo to plug in your phone that's cheaper than most of your super chats. I think you should do it, Gilly. Because the thing is, Gilly, you've been doing it for a few months now. You're always streaming. You're always appearing on other people's streams. I think it's time for Giuliano Argenti to upgrade his audio. And you can tweak it as well, Gilly. That's why I struggle to get my... I don't know if my... I think my audio sounds great. But my problem Our voice is all different. So when I use a preset, it's expecting me to be something that I'm not. That's anyway, whatever. I never even look at my YouTube stats. I was getting in a habit of looking at them, just because of the monetization thing. So I've hit my 3,000 watch hours now, so I just need to get 500. And when I looked at the stats as well, I like the stats. It's nice to know when people are looking at your stream and when people are tuning out. I look at that. I've noticed on my quiz streams, the quiz retains really well. I don't know. I've always liked the stats. Musical looks at Rigo's stats more than his own. Anyway, VTuber. Yes, gold digging European. I'm a VTuber, and you haven't even seen my form. Thumb still has the edge on me, does she? My final form. Lane, you better come. Fucking hell. Haha, Vinny showed up on me and No Chill Risen stream Saturday night. Got cooked. I'll have to have a look. Can you send me a timestamp, Bodach? I have 3 of those. I'm just impulsive and lazy. A little cat. Yeah. I'm just saying, Gilly. No, especially when you come on to, like, as a guest. Like, it's great that you go on. But, like, you do your stream vertically, but then you come onto other people's stream. Like, just tilt your phone. Come in and landscape. And if you had a little gizmo to plug in your phone so the audio in, it would make the panels well good. It's just that audio in it. Like, when you got a panel and you're the one guy without a decent microphone, it's just really noticeable. It's not the end of the world. The stream's still good. The quality, the content's still great. It's just, you know what I mean? I really enjoy your stream and would love the opportunity to collaborate with you. I believe, oh, God's sake. Why is Kick always bots? Musical said the other guy's audio was off on that panel. MMA anomaly. I did yesterday. Yeah, well, not everyone has their audio configured, but... Hey, what's up, mine brothers? Hello, Jesus, the Jesus. I just say, Gilly, you're welcome on the quiz. Brutally likes coming on. I think Frankie's coming on soon. There's a good chance that Brutally, yourself, and Frankie, and potentially one other, might all be on the same panel. And while everyone else has a decent microphone, we've got you on your phone. And everyone else will be landscape. You'll be coming in with your vertical. You know what I mean? Just something to think about, Gilly. Do whatever you want in your own stream. I just think when you like come on as a guest, I think it would be really good. Just ups it a bit, doesn't it? Bodach, read Lane on my female ratio. Gio's female ratio is unmatched. To be fair, though, it might have something to do with him handing out wrenches to any female who enters his chat. You do hit on a lot of women. I agree with the Gilly audio criticism. Yes. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not being a Vinny. I'm not just saying, Gilly, you fucking dullard. It's constructive criticism. There's these little mics, right? They're little directional mics from Rode, and they plug right in your phone. Just having that directional mic at you will improve it. And then you also get the ones where you plug it in and it's a wireless lapel. You see them on TikTok all the time. They sound great, and they're from Rode, a reputable company. And that's it. It just completely it's the audio. Like, I know, I'm a small channel with fuck all followers, but I know enough about this game to know that it's a lot easier to build a channel with good audio than it is with good visuals. The channel with good audio and shit visuals will grow faster than the good visuals or shit audio. It just will. And it's one of the first things I do. If I ever click on a video, right, I don't it's the first thing I notice. If I come on video and the audio is really fucking bad, I don't watch. The thing is about Gilly is I think you've got a voice that catches your microphone a bit better than some people. I don't know. Or maybe phones are just getting good, but because Musical's got that. Musical can get away with a camera phone because he's got that deep radio voice, right? But I just think because you're quite close to your camera, I guess. So I don't know, Gilly, just something to think about because you can tune it as well. When you got that microphone, you'll be able to just make a few adjustments. Like you can raise the mid-tone so your words are clearer. And I'm not saying this as an expert, I'm just whatever. Here's me. I followed one evening of tutorials and now I'm giving out fucking audio advice. But no, it's good. I thought my audio was good on my old microphone. It's just what I was doing with my old microphone. It was a USB and I was using VST plugins. Where now I've got a piece of hardware. So before it even reaches my computer, all the processing's done. Everything's done. My computer just has to take the audio and record it. Shit, I need to go. Sorry, fucking hell, I got to skip lane. It's been bad for a week, but I'll stream my laptop tomorrow. Where's the note? Yeah, shit. I need to go. This, that's what Fum said, Westy. So Musical does have the laptop. Jesus, I can't keep up. No, he doesn't yet. Lane, I have 66% of the funds. I want to give this alien nibber some money. You want to give this alien nibber some money? What, are you talking about me, Jesus? Almost there. Musical has a deep radio voice. Bodach paying out on his John Jones, Diana White-esque humiliation tour obligations to Lord Musical. What are you on about? I don't get it, Gilly. Musical has a grisly, deep radio, a voice for radio. Like microphones pick him up. My problem is I don't have a voice for radio. You can probably tell. I don't have a voice for radio. And when I talk quietly, my voice can go a little bit deeper and I can get a bit mumbly. So I've set my microphone up to cut down on the low ends and to boost up the mid ends. So my pronunciations are clearer. And when I listen back, I don't just get this wall of booming bass because I don't know how to configure a microphone. Yeah, Gilly's lost it tonight. No, you got a good voice. No, I don't mind my voice. I need to pronounce words. I'm really lazy with my pronunciations. And I can't remember and pronounce people's names. But yeah, my voice it's not ideal. My voice needs a little bit of help. It needs a bit of compression. It needs a bit of de-essing. You know what I mean? It needs a little bit. Just needs a few tweaks. How many times did I tag your advice to Bodach? I don't know. What do you mean, Gilly? I'm just being silly. His phone's audio made it sound like a deep treble voice today, Joe. Or intermittent bass bangs. Or whatever. And say your advice since we've become friends has always been helpful. Unsettling. No, so honestly, Gilly, to bump up your audio, you're streaming all the time. You're coming on as a guest. It's the only thing. There's two things I would change about when you come on my stream personally. And that is when you do your cam, twist your phone round. Because I'm a widescreen streamer. I'm not a vertical streamer. So when you come in, if you're horizontal, if you're landscape, that just helps me out. So when you see my grid on my silly sausages screen, The other panelists, they fill it in corner to corner. But then there's you with black bars, and anyone else who goes vertical. Anyone who goes vertical ends up with the black bars down the side. So if you twist that, it just looks slicker, right? And the same goes for when you like joining StreamYard streams and stuff. They're sort of aimed. Like, I know you're a vertical streamer, but they're aimed for a horizontal. You don't really vertical stream with StreamYards, do you? Not when you're getting like, not when you like having open guest invites on anyway. So yeah, twist it so it looks better visually. And yeah, just like a little, you know, you got the money, just a little gizmo, and that's it. Yeah, you fucking straight away 10 times the improvement. Yeah, just same. The space accent is lovely. The space accent is lovely. Is it? Yeah, when I did that other shorts experiment, same short, 2 versions, 1 60-second with music, 1 straight. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, did the same thing, one with visible AI captions and one without. The AI title one did better. Yes, I will pinch and twist on panels from now on. That's the one thing I want to do. Obviously, I want to do things that can help the channel grow. So being consistent on my schedule and actually making content. So I am going to do shorts. I'm going to make shorts, but I don't want to get involved in that game where I'm doing experiments. That for me, this has to be fun. Because that's how you end up with a YouTube where everyone's thumbnails look the same. Everyone's clickbaity tactics are all the same. And you end up with 50 channels all doing the same thing. Because everyone's chasing that meta, like, oh, this works at the moment, so everyone does the same thing on this. Yeah, so like, I don't want to be like posting one short with titles and music, one without. I just want to make my short, you know? I'm really trying to stay strict on that line. Because as soon as you start thinking about numbers and stuff, you then start thinking about content that you might not really want to make. You're just doing it for the numbers. That's the thing. I don't want to entertain that kind of thinking, but at the same time, it's what I'm saying. It's about a line, isn't it? For me, yeah, I know that I need to do some shorts and stuff to grow, but I'm not fucking experimenting. I'm not fucking experimenting. No fucking way. I'm not getting into that. Sounds miserable. Been an epic day of streams, has it? I missed most of them. The classic pinch and twist, yes. Bodach, I went on an extra 3 hours on my stream earlier so I could drop the raid. Oh, mate, thank you. I did see the beginning of your streams, and I saw you stream earlier today. It was very selfless. You do so much for me, musical. No, but I do need to go. Fucking hell, 1:30. I've been streaming nonsense for 3.5 hours. Anyway, I'll be back on Thursday with a general knowledge quiz. You know the score. We've done the AI picks tonight. We'll catch up with them on Sunday's stream. And yeah, make sure you join as many quizzes as you can. There's only so many teapots to find. And shit, yeah, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Look out for my soon to come regular shorts. Yeah. Bodach, 2 disagreements. Yes! I got 2 opportunities to get ahead in the Giuliano bet. Epic bet, thanks. Buster, count 1. Nice one, Buster. Yes. Bodach, yes, thank you. I wish I had... wish we had an odd number. It's fine, Gilly. We've got 10 weeks to do it. There's no one to raid. There's no one live. The MMA Guru's live again. Sleaze is live. But yeah, we'll see how the picks. We'll see you Thursday for the quiz. I'll see you soon. Ciao. Sorry, I missed Lane. I just saw it on the way out. Thank you, Bodach. Appreciate the grind. You're welcome. What the fuck's going on? I'm going to be live in 30 minutes. Yes, Gilly. Safe, unsafe. Peace, Bodach. Yes. This is not a safe space. Right, yeah, okay. The outro. Spoke too soon. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I'll be back on Thursday. Like and subscribe.